welcome to the finale of Elegant Creatures, our Monster of the Week game here on Thursday nights on GGK. Super excited to culminate this arc and hopefully do some really fun epilogues, you know, if anyone's still alive. Anyway, some housekeeping things. We have we're a bit dark over the weekend. We've got some folks, you know, living life and gonna be out of town or have, you know, the real life things to do. So we will not have streams this Saturday, but we will be back the following Monday, correct? On the 13th?
Yes. That is
Cool.
correct. I had to look at the calendar.
100%. So no streams on Saturday. So, you know, take a break like us, and then we'll be back at it on Monday the 13th. So we got a lot to get through tonight. So let's just go right ahead and have this amazing cast introduce themselves. Please tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet, and who you are playing tonight for the last time in this season. And we'll start with Val.
Hello everybody, I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. I am here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games. I run our normally our game of Ward 47 on Saturdays, which we, as stated before, will not have a session of this week, but we'll be back on the 18th. And then I also run our Dragon Age game Red Jenny on Mondays, which we will have this coming Monday on the 13th, which you should join us for that. Because it's time for a new crime. It's crime time. That's it. And for the last time, I'll be playing Leah, the Flake.
I miss the character so much. Next up is Van.
It's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth, pretty much wherever you can find people on the internet, mostly hanging out in the GGK Discord shitposting because I'm bored at work. I'm live on this channel Thursdays through Mondays, playing and running games. I run Dungeons and Dragons most Saturday mornings. We won't have a game this weekend, but we'll be back next week to finish out the Winterlude and start the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and I'm very excited. That's the 18th, 8 o'clock. The 18th, 11 o'clock Eastern time. In the morning.
I was like, I will not be awake if we're starting at 8 o'clock.
It was just a lot of E's, and it really messed me up. And then on LB Hack 'em Up on Sunday night. So tonight, for the last time, I'm playing Juno Dalton, who is the monstrous.
Alex is up.
Hello, I'm Alex, OMG, some guy on the internet's mostly here Tuesdays and Thursdays. If it's a Tuesday, I'm either running our Masks game, Squire Squad, which is also approaching finale territory, just a few more episodes left over there. And opposite that is our Stars Without Number game, Escape Velocity, in which I am a himbo bunny boy, who's also psychic. And then Sunday nights, I'm also in the shenanigans on LB's channel. I've also just realized with my brand new ring lights that if I tilt my head at this angle, my eyes disappear. In the glasses.
This is a great discovery.
Yeah. But for tonight, for the first time, you know, I'm bringing a new character to the table. I will be playing Max Dalton, who is the daddy, and he is the action scientist playbook.
Some of us might need new characters for the second half of this stream, given where our hit point or our health is at.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing fine.
I'm fine.
RJ.
Max Dalton, played by Pedro Pascal. Please, thank you. Hi,
He
everybody.
is your slutty daddy.
He is our slutty daddy. Hi,
He's our
everybody. I'm RJ, and you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I'll be tweeting about the nerdy things in life and sometimes streaming with my friends. If you ever want to see me go live in some places that I'm on, check out there because it's a good time. I also shitpost quite a bit. Today, for the last time, I'm playing Gus, the Chosen, and no one makes him bleed his own blood.
Damn straight. Not straight. Nothing straight here.
No.
And last but not least, Wally.
Sup, y'all?
Sorry.
It's
Sup, Alex.
reset. Sup, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary sign best friend on the internet. You can find me on the Twitters at WALLE132, where I post about my hyperfixation of the week. It is Thursday, so you know what that means. It is my hyperfixation is the new chapter of One Piece, and it was a pretty good chapter. It was a pretty good chapter. Tonight, you can find me there pretty much posting all the stuff that I play in, all the games that were talked about already by these wonderful people that I am in every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday here at GGK, and follow me on Twitter for all the other stuff that I'm in. Tonight, for the last time, I am playing Sandalphon, aka Sandy, the Crooked Playbook.
I thought you were also going to call him Daddy, aka Daddy. I thought we were just going to keep that going. But anyway.
Sandy is not Daddy. There's nothing Daddy about Sandy. Sandy is your favorite power bottom twink, okay?
Amazing. And I will be the old Fae-cilitator this evening. I'm Christina Said. You can find me all over the internet at Greek Said or Girl Crummer on Insta, because, yeah, whatever. Are we ready to play this game? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad, can you give us a recap of last time?
Yeah. It's going to be a short one because most of last time there was a lot of ass kicking going both ways. A lot of bisexual ass kicking. Anyway, we were prepping to head to the transdimensional gate. Who knows what it's actually really called. We've been calling it the gate. The angels are in control of it, and we need to use it to get to the freaking moon, or rather the parallel dimension that's in the moon, where the Eileen Order has their library, and potentially has 2 of the final pieces for the dagger. So we prepped, we put together some robes to sneak into the order, and you know this is still the same night as the gala, so it's been busy, but we don't want to give the mayor and Liz time to figure out what's going on and put a stop to this. However, we do know from a vision that Liz does have the final piece of the dagger on her, so we're gonna have to deal with that at some point. As we are preparing, Leah informs Juno that she gave Cam the ring just in case something were to happen to us up on the moon, and make sure that we don't lose all the pieces of the dagger that we have. She also tells Juno about the vision that she had about being attacked by a dog-like monster, and Juno says that she'll do her best to protect her, but Leah also knows that her visions usually come true, so we'll see what happens with Tetsuya, who can become a dog-like monster. Tetsuya also wants to come along with us to the moon, telling Gus and Juno, who has been magically gifted the ability to understand Tetsuya as well. But we tell Tetsuya no dogs allowed on the moon, and so he agrees to stay behind, and we'll listen to Otis, because Otis is the wise cat. We head over to the gate, and it is, the big, ginormous circle gate thing. And there is a guard post about, you say 100 feet or 100 yards? I think it's 100 feet in front of the structure, because nothing else can get much closer, because otherwise it would just, magical radiation or something like that. We know that Cam's going to be meeting us here, but we don't see any sign of them, just about half a dozen guards or so. So we sneak on up and wait and wait. And just as we are about to, wonder where Cam is, they of course show up and surprise us with a dramatic reveal. They tell us that they will go in and attempt to clear the building, because we need to make sure that our visit does not end up on any sort of records. And if Cam needs us, there will be a loud crash. Of course, almost right away, there is a loud crash, and we go in to see Cam punching it in one of the guards' faces. There's a lot of combat. A lot of people get very, very, very hurt, almost dead. But we prevail, though the alarm has been sounded. Cam will need to stay behind and keep the gate powered so that we can return from the moon. And so, after some very quick healing, we head to the moon. It's a weird, voidy space. It's a lot of dust and rocks, but also just endless deep black void above us and a ginormous cathedral in front of us. We're all in our Eileen order knockoff robes and follow Mia's lead in as she directs us towards the abbot's office. It's a giant library, folks. There are books everywhere. And we just slowly make our way through. Though before we make it in, Gus makes the Monty Python Holy Grail monk goof. But as we make our way through the structure, no one stops us or questions us or anything. And we make it unimpeded to the abbot's door, which has the symbol of the Eileen Order on it, that circle with the crescent moons to either side of it. We head on in, and it's an office, more books, a desk with some materials on it, and a fireplace with a big chair in front of it. And though it appears empty at first, of course, there is, Leah hears a voice saying, "Welcome, young one. I've been expecting you." None of us hear it at first, and so Leah is just responding to seemingly nothing. But soon enough, the figure emerges from the chair and reveals himself to be a moth person. And no, they are not Leah's grandpa, nor are they Leah's grandma. They are perhaps distantly related, but unlikely. They welcome us to the library and say that, once again, they have been expecting us. And we, they ask why we are here, and Leah explains that Gus has a magic destiny weapon that we need to finish forging. So she asks to see the dagger, we show it to her, and she knows which bits are still missing. She tells us, stuff we already know about the dagger being able to summon the Scion, and once again seems surprised that we already have the Scion, and that the Scion is a puppy. But she agrees to help us, in large part because the Scion is a puppy, and she figures that means that if the Scion appeared to us as such, that she can trust us with the weight of this responsibility and this task. So she goes back to her office door, pries off the crescent moons from the door, and brings them back into her office, lays them near the dagger, and everything starts glowing, as the Freeze's pieces do when they are in proximity.
Beautiful and succinct as always. Take that +1 forward. We might need it. So, you are there with the abbot. The guard pieces are glowing next to the nearly complete dagger. And the abbot's just sitting there sort of blandly smiling at all of you.
So now we're just missing whatever Liz has in the ring.
Well, we know the ring is in a safe place, right?
The ring's safe.
Okay, well, guess there's no time like the present to go after Liz and get the last piece. Unless we have some kind of plan to do that.
And once again, we can't just throw all the pieces into Mount Doom and just be done with the whole thing and go back to drinking at the bar?
Mount Doom doesn't exist.
Well, not that you know of.
It does not exist.
We're inside the moon. I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Not in any of the universes that I'm aware of.
Well, there is Mount Doom on 5th, but that's a sex shop, but that's a completely another thing.
I've been there.
Oh, really? Have you?
Legend of Zelda. There's a Mount Doom in there.
Well, it's
Sorry to
also
break
fake
this to you.
and in a video game.
What your werewolf friend said.
Okay, so
Did we just not launch the dagger into the sun? That's like Mount Doom comparable, right?
Planet Doom.
It's a star, actually.
I know we're in the moon, but I don't know that we'd be able to get to the sun and survive.
I could throw it really hard.
So how are we going to get Liz to give us the piece that we need?
We're gonna have to take it from her.
It seems like it's gonna make me bleed more.
I wasn't going to pry, but you all do look extremely injured. Most of you, anyway.
I think I have a rib puncturing one of my lungs.
You most certainly would be dead by now.
Moth people have 4 lungs, so
It's not true.
Sandy looks at the librarian.
It's not true.
That's not true at all. I've been in the hospital with you. I've seen your x-rays.
yeah, I wouldn't mind. You got like a healing pod I can just do a dip in and go come out super powerful or something?
We do have several healers amongst the monks here. I could call them in. Is your intention to face this adversary now?
That seems to be what the general consensus among the
I mean,
others are.
if we can get ourselves up to full power, I think we can wait, right?
Sooner is better than later. We have eliminated one of her allies, and she doesn't necessarily know that yet, so.
I guess the longer we wait, the less likely we are to catch her by surprise.
You're muted, Sid, somehow. Oh, and there you are again.
Oh, that was
Did I
weird.
disappear?
For a second, we could see you talking, but we just couldn't hear you.
Oh, that's weird. Sorry. I'm gonna bring my microphone a little closer. The abbot just walks out and closes the door behind her.
I could potentially teleport us to Liz.
Can you take all of us at once?
Scroll.
Can you guarantee taking all of us at once?
I can take 1 or 2.
Yeah, let's do it the safe way, I think.
It's for the best. I don't want to lose any of you, especially since we're teleporting from the moon.
Yeah, if you drop us off halfway, it's not going to go well for that person.
The abbot returns soon after with several hooded figures who all immediately walk up to those of you that are injured.
You wouldn't necessarily die of the cold if you're floating out in space. Space is a vacuum, so like it's the lack of oxygen in your lungs compressing plus the pressure kind of crushing you first.
I didn't ask nor want to know any of that. But thank
Apparently
you.
your tongue like swells up really big and your eyes burn out of their sockets because of the vacuum pressure.
You are all healed to full.
Woo!
No, that's luck.
Thanks, Abba.
They also give us all our luck back.
Ooh.
I have all my luck back. I'm about to use a lot of luck this game.
My luck is here for a specific use.
There's something that I still have. Oh, I still have 1 hold for connect the dots.
Mm-hmm.
That was sort of saving for this last little bit.
Okay.
And I think I want to use it to ask where and when will the next critical event occur.
Okay. Why don't we do that with what the abbot will say to you next?
Okay,
which
that's fine.
is, yeah. So you shall face your adversary tonight.
That's the plan.
And you intend to complete the dagger at this time.
I wanted to confirm with everyone else, like that's the play. We go complete the dagger and face Liz, or face Liz and then complete the dagger.
Imagine it's gonna be. Yeah.
All right.
And might be a whole lot of hot potato of making, completing the dagger and making sure Liz doesn't get her hands on it before we're able to use it.
As a side confirmation, there's a book. Or was that the crossguard?
I think the book just had information. I don't think the book is one of the artifacts.
Turns to the abbot. So while wielding the dagger, it gives me visions of the location of the next piece or so on. I saw that there was a book that describes the function of the dagger and essentially like world cataclysmic stuff.
Yes, I do have that here. Give me a moment to find it.
That was easier than I thought.
She goes around, heads to a bookcase near her desk, sort of looks through and pulls it out.
I wonder if this place is a knowledge for all sort of dealy, like nothing's restricted. I could
How
spend
so?
years here. Oh, the
Yes.
knowledge is for everyone. That sort of methodology and ideology where someone comes here looking for knowledge and it's readily available to them, regardless of their intent. That.
We do carry vast sums of knowledge of all kinds, however. In order to access that knowledge, one has to be sworn into our order.
Now, is there a bad book section for the uninitiated? Something that kind of stalks like a Chuck Tingle?
We do have the entire works of Mr. Tingle available for research. However, all of our vast libraries are only available to those within our order. We actually have several of their works in progress as well. Mr. Tingle is a dear friend.
What have I done?
This is the coolest place I think I've ever been.
It is a lifelong pursuit of knowledge and a monistic lifestyle.
I mean, 69,000 plus volumes. It would take your whole life, probably, Leanne.
I
No
don't know,
Starbucks
some
and
monks
Chuck
brew
Tingle.
beer.
Ooh.
Oh, you
monks-
didn't know Chuck Tingle's completely celibate.
Oh, no, celibacy is not a part of that monistic lifestyle. Our monks fuck all the time.
Oh.
They're banging all the time.
All the time.
Like a.
It'll... This is the deep lore dive I wanted.
She goes into, the various parts of becoming a monk of the order. They do not involve not having sex, but they do involve living at the monastery, taking part in the, the collection of and the attending to all of the volumes of the books, etc., etc. But yes, the monks fuck all the time. Just the abbot that you've seen. The others that had come in to heal all of you, and then they promptly went back to their business. They were a variety of individuals. Some looked human, some looked Fae, some looked.
After that revelation, I don't even want to know what they're doing as their business.
Yeah, one was again a very very tall, like what do you call it? Well, we don't say Bigfoot because we've discovered that's a pejorative term.
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch is a Sasquatch. They're just a variety of individuals. One looked, somewhat like a somewhat Cthulhu person who asked very politely if they could heal you, very consensually, naturally.
Wait, they're a Sasquatch? I thought they were Greek.
Good deep cut there, thank you.
That's also a callback.
Yeah. Completely, it's all good.
Yes, Val derailed us.
Yes, Val absolutely did that solo by themselves. Here's the book that you are referencing. Unfortunately, there is not much more detail than that you seem to already know and that we've discussed. There are the vague descriptions of this ritual that would bring about the scion. However, from the descriptions, you would need to complete the ritual before the scion would be called forth.
But the scion's already out.
Correct.
God damn it, are we dealing with some time travel bullshit?
There is a second secret scion that's underneath the box. We didn't check for the false bottom.
Is it possible that maybe he's not in his full form?
Can confirm. Seems like it isn't that way based on my vision.
Like he's still like a little being. He's just not totally unleashed.
Sonic.
Make him really happy. He hates the leash.
Yeah.
The completion of the instrument here that you've done so far, have you noticed any particular changes to the being as more pieces were added?
No, most of the changes came to me.
Well, yeah, because you kept like throwing yourself on the explosions and stuff.
All right, next time it explodes, you can take it.
I'm just saying it's a pattern. Establishing a pattern.
It's my kink, all right? You don't have to.
You don't have to say that just in front of all kinds of people. You know that, right, Gus? You can keep that in your brain.
Let me tell you
Say
something,
it.
Juno. If something's in my brain, it has to come out.
You'd said that the being was able to communicate with you. Was that as soon as it was summoned, or?
After we put the pentacle on?
That was
One of the
after the
pieces
most
on.
recent explosion?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, and he figured out how to change size.
Yeah.
That would make sense given the power of the pentacle.
He's kind of a little bean, though, so I'm not sure when he figured that out.
I'm pretty sure he could always do that. We just haven't asked.
True.
Well, from the texts here and from my assumptions in their study, I believe any additions to the dagger would also allow for new abilities for the being that we would refer to as the scion.
I wonder what Tetsu can do now that the guards are on.
Oh,
What
we didn't put the guards
exact-
on yet. They're just sitting there.
Oh, they're just in there?
What
Yeah, we haven't put 'em-
exactly?
Did I say anything exploded yet? Then no, we didn't put it on yet.
What
It's-
Wait, can we wait and have done the healing after we
Yeah, we're
do?
gonna need the healers back.
What exactly though are the power of the god itself, or does it not have its own individual power?
To our understanding, all of the pieces of the dagger do also come with their own individual properties. The pentacle piece that you mentioned, corpus, does allow for some degree of shape-shifting abilities. I believe that also would affect this scion creature as well. The cross guards you were referring to of waxing and waning, the research says that they would grant the ability to
That's never good.
well, the ability to move forward and backward in time to a small degree.
Called it.
I see. And so if we attach the god points, then Tetsu can travel through time.
As well as the wielder. Not for an extended period. Looks more like a matter of seconds, perhaps? The others you had mentioned, the ring you said you already have in your possession.
It's safe, yes.
Yes, it does grant some visions of the future as well. And the pendant you have attached would allow the wielder as well as the scion to be aware of the location of the other pieces. This grip, this portion that you said that this adversary of yours does have possession of currently.
Yes.
Intrepid grants inhuman speed.
Well, that's not good.
Good at all.
Given what we know about these artifacts, they not only, well, give it to the wielder, but in some cases, the powers seep off into
The
people.
creature itself.
Yeah.
If someone were to be in possession of one of the pieces for an extended period of time, yes, it's quite possible that the power from just the piece itself would seep into the bearer, yes.
Which means Liz probably has a bit
Super
of a...
speed.
Yes. Now, another question.
Mia, who has been here the whole time, yes, and I think all of us, including your facilitator, kind of forgot about that.
Of course. Yeah.
I remembered. I was going to mention her.
Yes, pipes in with, that's sort of what we expected. The pentacle had been in my family for quite a long time. That would make sense then, yes.
Now, the ritual that needs to be completed, what exactly is that?
Yes, the ritual itself would be a communion between the wielder of the dagger as well as the scion itself, and would take place in the location where the wielder took true possession of the dagger.
That could be a number of places.
I'm gonna assume that that's the jungle you got ganked in.
Maybe?
I mean, that was technically the location when all of it started.
Because wasn't the thing we learned the other day, earlier today, whenever that was, that you getting killed by it was likely when you became the wielder of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my assumption then, yes, as it seems this conundrum among researchers has been solved. If you are the wielder of the dagger and you were killed with it, as opposed to killed someone else while wielding it, yes, I think that's a fair assumption.
Man, I wonder how pedantic that rule is.
How so?
it'll derail this entire conversation, but if I were the one who was technically not wielding the dagger, say Sandy were to hold on to it and stab someone and they died, would they be the wielder or would I still be the wielder?
As if you were still alive, then yes, you would still be the true wielder of the dagger.
Huh. Wand rules, alright.
Good to know.
So, anybody but me gets to shank Liz.
As long as you don't die killing her, then sounds like you should be good.
Yeah. Do you have a safe and enclosed space, hopefully with wards on them? Because typically, whenever we attach a piece to the dagger, there's a miniature explosion.
I see, yes. We do have a research chamber that I think could work effectively. Is that your intention, to add the additional pieces now?
Well, we need all the advantages we can get against Super Speed Angel Liz. So if everyone's in agreement, I'm gonna stick the guards on.
Would you be opposed to any of our researchers observing?
Oh, if they want to take measurements of the blast force, that's fine by me.
Thank you. I'll be right back. Goes to the door, asks one of the healers to come back in. Marielle, would you please direct them to the research chamber? I will grab some of the kindred that may be interested in watching this. Marielle
Grab
nods.
whoever was, got the worst performance review last, whoever's least critical to this whole operation.
Marielle nods, one of more of the Fae in appearance individuals, and they say, follow me, please. And they'll direct you out of the office, up a large set of stairs, down an even larger set of stairs, and into a very vast chamber, almost like a surgery theater, with some balcony areas above, and then just a very large, almost bowl of stone in the middle. You're welcome to perform this ritual here. If you step back further beyond the walled area, this portion will be warded, and you should be fairly well protected.
Cool. Thanks.
Would you mind waiting for the abbot to return with the observers?
Yep. Gus is beginning to stretch, like arms, legs, back.
Thank you. About 10 minutes go by, and the abbot returns with... Yeah, pretty much the entire order comes in.
Gus is gonna
just lines. The entire balcony area, everywhere that is warded, is just filled with hooded bodies at this point, with clipboards, and they're all just ready to watch this occur.
Gus is
Sammy
gonna
yells from the upper area. Gus, go limp this time.
If Juno is still ground floor, he's gonna walk up to her, cross his arms over his chest. Can you get my back, please?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay. This is gonna suck. He'll walk into the area.
Andy's right, though. Try to ragdoll.
Like Gmod or...
Just let your limbs go limp after the explosion. And don't bite your tongue, because that's how you'll die.
It'll keep you from breaking bones.
Someone
no bones.
helpfully yells from upside. You could get drunk first.
Do a flip!
Yeah. Do a barrel roll.
Gus just goes for his belt and just puts it in his mouth as he walks to the center, and here we fucking go, I guess.
Beautiful. as is becoming pretty regular, you all see a blinding flash of light. I guess roll to keep act under pressure.
Okay, that's 2. Plus 2, sorry. 6 and 1 is 7, 9.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like,
I have a
"That
plus
was
2 and cool. I have a
Snake
plus 2 and
eyes.
cool.
I was like, oh shit. A 9. Okay.
Yeah. If Gus is knocked around by the explosion, he does go limp, but I also want to add that there's a pair of pantaloons that fly up into the air.
Incredible.
Oh, that's funny.
Amazing. Where did you go?
Gus is wearing these super ugly boxers with like purple elephants on them.
Oh, okay, bud. I'm gonna
They
give
were a
you.
gift.
I'm gonna give you a worse outcome.
From Sandy.
Yeah,
Oh, you
from
want the
Sandy
boxes
Hatch.
I got you.
Oh, worse outcome. Hard choice. Price to pay.
The price is everyone sees your horrible underwear.
My horrible choice in underwear.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can avoid most of the damage, but everyone sees both your underwear and your bare ass. Or you can keep your underwear. They're gonna see it regardless. They won't see your bare ass, and you'll take the full damage. It's a hard choice, my friend.
No, it's not full damage. You said you're gonna take some damage before a big combat?
All right, bud. Well,
I think he gets
Uh,
pinballed off the top, right?
I
If
love
that's the
it.
fucking
100%. Blinding flash of light. A flying ragdoll of a Gus flies up toward the balconies, pings off the middle one, falls back onto the ground, bounces off of the warded area, and then falls flat on his face. His lurid pantaloons on display for all to see.
There's a fluttering noise as the pants land on top of Gus's head.
I thought it was your shoes that were supposed to fly off in an explosion.
Then 2 shoes land next to it.
When has Gus
There they
ever
are.
done anything the normal way?
That's true.
The silence is broken by the sound of Sandy taking a picture of this and sending it to all the staff at the bar.
You're muted.
There's actually a deafening sound of just scribbling as all
I thought
of
you were
the
gonna say
monks-
of camera shutters.
all the monks take out their cell phones. No, they're just scribbling notes furiously. A lot of no concern for your well-being, really, Gus. Just everyone. Oh,
Neither from the monks nor your friends.
Gus, are you okay?
How much damage did I take, Sid?
4.
4. And then I roll.
Does it get worse, my friend?
It gets so much worse.
Just when you think everything is bad, it gets worse.
Worse.
It gets
It
worse.
gets worse.
Wait, now how much? Your injuries worsen. It doesn't give me a number.
Yeah, you're gonna take another one. So you're at 5 and you're unstable.
Yeah.
Are the healers still here? That
You're
one was
literally asking
worse than the
amongst
last
monks,
one.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Excuse me.
Wait.
And about 1,100 monks all raise their hands.
Oh wow, all
so-
of you really?
We have a lot of time to study.
Maybe I will join.
One of the closer ones comes forward. We'll go ahead and heal you up to full there again, Gus. Think of the moon as your save point. So.
It's our training room,
Mm-hmm.
command hub, and shop.
Mm-hmm.
Gus, you good?
I didn't bite my tongue.
Proud of you.
Good job.
And I think the only thing damaged at this point is my pride.
Sandy is already grabbing the pants, reaches into the pocket, takes the wallet, puts it into his pocket, and hands Gus his pants.
Pulls them up. Where'd my shoes go?
Oh, one is there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
They're kind of singed.
The abbot sort of claps and says, thank you for coming to the demonstration. If the core leaders want to go ahead and lead some discussions as well as some debrief, that would be wonderful. Back to work, everyone. Thank you.
No, please don't debrief.
there's
a
I
bit
of-
just got my pants back on.
A bit of a golf clap, and people start to exit.
We don't have time to sit in, right? No.
Oh, because, I mean, even aside from, taking care of Liz ASAP, Cam's still holding the portal open.
Oh, that's
Right, yes.
I forgot all about Cam.
Is the abbot still here?
Oh yes, she's clapped. Everyone golf clapped in appreciation for the demonstration, and then they all exit. But the abbess does.
Would
come
it be
forward to
okay
rescue.
if we all live, if I come back?
Are you interested in joining the order?
Depending on the monastic lifestyle. I'd like to visit, though.
We haven't had outside researchers in several millennia. But if you are
Jeez.
able to pull off this rather extraordinary event, we
Boots
would
on the ground.
certainly be willing to discuss any notes. Make sure to take copious notes. And yes, we could discuss it afterwards, if you live.
If I live. We should probably go get Cam.
Yeah.
We should also probably check in on Tetsu and see if anything's changed with him before hitting up Liz.
Yeah. Thank you, Abbott.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, we do look forward to discussing this once in an eon event, if you survive.
We just keep doing that particular point.
But you're really stressing that whole if you survive thing, but fair considering what we're doing.
Given the abilities and the tenacity that you've described so far, I would say you have at least a 60 to 65% chance of survival.
I wish people would stop telling me the odds.
Well,
We're gonna go.
Of course, I can see you out.
You have a lovely library.
Thank you. We do try. Leah, you do pass by the massive shelf of Chuck Tingles on the way.
Okay. Maybe I'll come back too. And you're sure that you're not my grandparent?
No. No, I do not believe so. I've never had any children.
Okay. Well, it was nice to meet you.
It was a pleasure to meet you as well, young one.
Okay, bye. And I'm not like the chosen one or something, right? You're not gonna tell me that like in the next time we're good. All right, I'm gonna go now.
I understand it is strange to meet another of our kind.
Uh-huh.
I myself have not run into one in many years, but I take it as a good sign.
Okay. I will too. I'll send a postcard with Juno when she comes back.
I've never been to New Orleans. Have you been to New Orleans?
You mean New Orleans? No, I haven't been. I've been to Old Orleans, which isn't as good now as it used to be, I imagine. But
I have several postcards from there. If you ever are in New Orleans, I would love a postcard from there.
okay, I'll see what I can do, assuming we
Excellent.
survive.
Yes, of course, if you survive.
Yeah, we'll follow the others. Was there anything else you wanted to do for the hold that I spent on the time and the place for? I didn't know if something else was going to happen. We were going to learn anything else here.
The big one being that in order to complete the ritual, you kind of gotta go to the jungle.
Okay, cool. All right, Leah will follow with the others.
Excellent. You head back like 2 miles back through the library. Head back up the massive staircase. The abbot waves as you go. Some of the others the entire abbey waves as you leave. Very excited, having their roundtable discussion about this magical event. And you head back toward the portal. Excellent. Exiting through the portal. You arrive again, coming out of the very large archway. And things overall look quiet.
All right, let's head back to the guard post, see if Cam's been apprehended or if we're good to go.
You walk back toward the guard post. As you enter, Kim is standing by the controls, sweating a little bit.
Hey, can you hold that for like 10 more minutes? We had left something back on the moon.
Their eyes dart around toward all of you. Fall on Leah.
Uh-oh.
And you all watch as, from the middle of Cam's stomach, a large blade emerges. As they quickly fall toward their knees, but are caught by a figure standing behind them. A familiar figure with a large claw scar across her face. You see Liz, as she holds a mortally wounded Cam up in a half Nelson with a blade to his neck.
We're doing this now.
You fucking bitch.
Well, now's a good time to experiment. Hey, Sid.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to use waxing and wane.
Oh, okay. I will say that this is going to be a use magic roll.
I'm gonna use luck on this.
Okay, so this works. This particular effect, I would say, is doing something. Where is it?
Beyond human.
Beyond human limitations, yes. And utilizing waxing and waning. Waning would be the one. Are you attempting to go a short time backward in time?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell that Sid is a fan of Galaxy Quest? We'll say it's approximately 13 seconds.
That's probably enough time to just get back into the other room, right?
Yes. We'll say, for the rest of you, you are not aware of this in any way. there is... It's as if nothing happened, Gus, except a very strange chill comes over you for a moment, and you are backward a couple of feet from your entrance into the guard post, and none of your friends seem to be the wiser as you walk up to approach Cam.
He's going to immediately toss his dagger to where Liz was standing.
At the moment, you don't see Liz.
Oh,
you
well,
would
it's the
gather that
timing of,
she's-
like,
yeah,
we're
you would gather
walking
she's
out.
right behind Cam. From what you are solely the only one to remember this event.
Can I yell for Cam to duck before I throw the dagger?
Sure. Let's say I'm gonna have you. Honestly, I say this is pretty on the nose. I think you're protecting someone in this moment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you roll to protect someone.
That's cool? No, it's
That
tough.
is tough.
Okay. Not great, not bad. 9.
9. On a 7+, you do protect them, but you're gonna suffer some or all of the harm that they were going to receive.
I think what it is Gus is going to throw the dagger. What's it? Cam ducks and he teleports and grabs the dagger hilt, but then he gets stabbed.
I think that's pretty good for what was about to occur. Sure. This is extremely jarring and confusing, I would imagine, for the rest of you. You just very casually walk back up to the guard post to see if Cam is still there. And you very quickly hear Gus yell, "Duck." Cam tries to jolt to the side. Gus immediately teleports in front of Liz, who you did not see, who immediately stabs Gus through the stomach. Gus, you're gonna take 4.
Okay.
I disagree that this is a better outcome.
This is not a better outcome at all.
I heal too.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
And then
Well-
what does the dagger do? Because Liz will also take that.
The dagger deals 4 harm plus my... I think I have devastating. Yeah, 5 harm.
Woof!
Nice.
I think
Does that ignore armor at all?
It does not,
Does not?
sadly.
Okay. Nope, just checking.
It does have the artifact magic tag, if that's does anything.
That is helpful. Thank you.
What's her look right now?
She does, her face is pretty blank, but seeing you appear in front of her and then dual stab each other was absolutely not what she was expecting. So she looks slightly surprised, and then I think it registers who you are.
That's wrong, Liz. Seen a ghost?
A slow smile spreads across her face as she, with sheer core strength, seems to just disengage herself from the dagger within her torso.
God, I thought you were saying with sheer core strength, she keeps the dagger in
Like
place.
flexes and holds
Yeah.
the dagger in.
Thinking.
It's an anime shit.
No, like literally just removes herself from it. This is gonna be a lot more fun than I thought. And she will put a hand on Cam and disappear.
That fucking bitch.
Fuck.
Gus,
Yeah.
Are you alive?
I should note that Cam disappears with her.
Oh yeah, I sort of
Yeah,
yeah,
assumed
I
that,
figured.
Just-
I didn't think she just like
implied,
patted him on the shoulder and then vanished.
Hi, Cam. Pew.
Like him.
Okay,
Job
yes.
done.
Clear communication, just making sure. Okay.
You know what? It's
Yeah.
appreciated.
Well, that's bad.
Very bad.
Fuck.
Shit.
I'm
Fuck.
gonna say
Where would she go?
Leah. I would like you to act under pressure.
Oh,
That is not something I'm good at. But I will try. Act under pressure, because that's cool, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a big ol' 5.
Oof.
Do I spend my luck? I've got
Step.
7 points.
Literally the last episode.
I'll
Good.
spend my luck to do good.
Hey! Excellent. Leah, in this moment, Cam has disappeared. This very jarring, violent action has happened. You're all going bugga. But you just faintly hear the tinkling of a metallic sound. It's very quiet from somewhere in front of you.
I think Leah probably assumes what it is and walks over to see if the Cam dropped the ring before he was taken.
Exactly that. That was gonna suck if you didn't do that, and then you're gonna have to like have a vision
then
of it
we
later and come
never
back
find
for
the
it.
Picks it up off the ground. Well. At least he did what he said he was going to do.
Where would she take him?
Gus can track him, right? She has one of the artifacts. She has one of the dagger pieces, so Gus should be able to find her.
give me a sec. I'm guessing I try to roll weird here with see a time in another place.
Yeah,
as
you'd
the
go ahead.
function.
This would be another use magic, utilizing the dagger's properties. Yeah.
I'm actually okay. 10, 13.
Well, shit.
I'm good at weird.
Yeah. So essentially observing another place and time.
Mhm.
As it would make sense now, the vision you receive starts first with a feeling of immense heat, a wet heat, almost a stifling darkness, and the sounds of wildlife.
She took him to the jungle.
All right, well, before you go running off, cowboy, and Max will approach it and is digging into his pack for the weird adrenaline syringes and is gonna do science magic to attempt to heal.
Cool.
So let me roll with my +1 forward.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
Hell yeah.
Too bad I don't have any. Did any of us ever advance any moves? But yeah, so heal 1 harm.
Okay. And I believe with the magical healing, you would. I don't think you. Well, I
Stabilize.
don't even think you're. Do you stable? Were you unstable? Did you? You.
I
healed
stabilize
2
off of
immediately.
unquenchable vitality.
Okay. Yeah. So then you just heal 1.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We're going to have to go to the jungle no matter what.
Yep. Question is, do we pick up Tetsu on the way?
I think we need to.
Yeah.
We also should head back home so that I can put some attachments on the truck so we can take it into the jungle. It's probably
Alright.
not going to come back out, but we don't have the time to waste.
Gus, can you get to David and tell him what's going on?
Yeah, I can do that.
He can keep an eye out.
And then I'll teleport right back to the safe house. I don't want to be out there too long.
Should we contact anyone else?
Oh shit! I forgot you were here.
I think the keeper did too. Would you like me to get in touch with Her Majesty?
Couldn't hurt, but time is of the essence, so
Yeah,
who knows how much she'll be able to help.
Either way, you can quickly call her. We can at least have some backup, maybe, on the way.
Of course. Rather mundanely, she steps to the side and pulls out her cell phone.
Oh, I thought maybe she was gonna do some. I guess cell phones are a kind of magic.
They operate on spores because this is a solar punk world that we keep forgetting to bring to the
Science.
Hey,
forefront.
you know what? It's still a utopia. We're trying to get rid of capitalism. It's solar punk enough, all right?
What is science if not magic we found an explanation for?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say magic enduring, but alright.
That too. That's the sequel.
Yeah. Gus is gonna give everyone a quick, like, 2-finger salute, and there's a flash of light.
I'm assuming you're appearing to David.
Next to David, who's currently flying. Fuck!
No, David is in fact somewhere deep within the jungle, with a battery-powered speaker, like a Bluetooth speaker, playing Lady Gaga, wearing one of his finest wigs and lip syncing. He's surfing right now.
I have to say, David's have more of an impact on this campaign than anything
Yeah.
I've done with Leah. This is my most enduring character in the entirety of this show.
You should be proud of him.
You should be
David's
so
just
proud.
living their best life.
Hey, and you all put him on this path.
Hi, David. I don't want to disturb you. You are currently serving. Very impressive.
Gus, not food. Snatches off the wig.
No, you can be yourself around me. That's fine.
Puts the wig back on.
There are 2 angels in your territory right now. One of them is not food, and the other one is kind of food but hard to kill.
Okay.
The not food one is male presenting?
Okay.
No, this was a question to Cam.
Yes.
Yes.
They're a very dear friend to Leah Not Food. Sorry, Leah. I just need you to keep an eye out for them. And if the female presenting one does anything weird, could you blast her and then get out?
Okay.
If the shot kills her, feel free to eat her. But there
I
is
can eat.
something.
She is food. Okay.
She is food, yes. If you can hit her and dispatch her, that'd be actually wonderful. But she also has a guard. No, she has an item on her. So if you could like leave her clothes, that'd be great.
A shiny.
Yeah, shiny. It's part of
Leave
my
her.
horde. Sorry, David.
Okay, Gus, not food.
Thanks. You okay here? Do you need anything? I think I have a karaoke machine back at the bar if you want to do that.
I love karaoke.
Remind me if we get out of this okay, I'll set you up.
Does it have batteries? I don't have electricity in the jungle.
We'll get you a generator, bud.
He
Something
smiles.
something
It's
solar.
terrifying.
Be safe. And fucking
Bye.
keep slaying. Disappears.
He began bad romance before you bamfed out.
It's one of Gus's karaoke songs. Damn it.
All right, and you bamf back to the safe house. The rest of you. Mia finishes a phone call and says, I was able to reach Your Majesty. She said she will come to us as quickly as she can.
All right. I imagine at this point, like, we are heading back into the truck and like all piling in to drive home. Max is also calling Pam to let her know what's going on.
Oh yeah,
and-
as soon as I was about to say, Gus probably bamfed before you
Mhm.
made the call. Gus appears. Oh man, because I think you were leaving. Did you guys leave Pam to? You didn't leave Pam at the bar. You guys left Pam at the house, right?
I think we
We
left
left her
her.
at the bar.
Yeah.
You live over the bar. Okay,
I think we
never
asked
mind.
her to watch the bar.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Pam's at the bar. She gets the call. I was thinking she was back at the, at the safe house and Gus just shows up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Pam, shit has gone fifth dimensional. Like, it's beyond sideways. We're heading back to the house, and we're gonna be going into the jungle. So, you know,
All right. You got equipment for that, or should I run home first?
anything you've got, I've got some stuff at home. Gonna be, you know, quickly slapping some mods onto the truck to take it in.
I've got Lefty, but Lefty's what she calls her sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah, no, I mean, anything you got to fight a faster than hell angel.
Oh. So, magical ammo. Got it.
Yeah, that would be for the best.
All right, then. I'll see you shortly. Tell Gus I'm bringing one of his best whiskeys. It just seems appropriate for the evening.
I doubt he'll mind.
Right. All right. Y'all head back to base camp.
Sandy gives Chauncey a call.
What's up, boss?
Chauncey, do we have anyone on retain as backup? Actually, no, you're always on retain. I need you to get the crew ready for some backup work in the jungle later. Not later, but now.
All right, so me, you need magical parry. You want me to go get Lada?
Yes, we need magic. We need Lada with some magic. And if you can acquire some weapons that could do some serious damage to it faster than anything angel, that would be great.
You've got the stockpile.
Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot I had that. Yes, use that. Bring some of that stuff.
All right, boss. Where am I taking it?
I give him the address to Max's place. Tell him, meet outside.
You got it.
Hang up.
Bringing a full force army to the jungle.
We didn't spend all this time making all these friends for nothing.
100%. All right. Gus has arrived. Gus, as soon as you arrive, Tetsuya, you're back.
Hey, Tetsu, how's it going?
You smell like blood. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm... Covers up the gut wound with his vest. I'm fine. Do you feel any different?
little. I kind of had heartburn a little bit ago.
Oh no.
Is that what you're talking about?
No. I will hold up the dagger and show that the guards have been put back.
What's that one do?
Apparently it lets you move through time a few seconds forward and back.
He disappears. He's behind you. That's really cool.
Oh,
I should not have said that.
This one's not good.
This is not. It's trying to remove the guards out of the dagger.
He disappears. He's back on his bed.
Bullshit.
On back on his bullshit, really.
Tetsu, I'm gonna need you to promise me not to use that unless it's an emergency.
But it's fun.
I know it's fun. The best things that we have to stop using are fun. But you might.
What's an emergency? Like, define an emergency.
Okay, we're gonna need to take you with us on this next bit.
Where are we going?
I'll explain more when everyone gets back, but if you feel like you're in danger, could you use that, go back in time, warn us?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
This next
gonna
bit.
think he's in danger each time we run out of bacon strips.
Say, does he time travel
Oh my-
like 10 minutes ahead to get to dinner time?
He teleports. He travels through time 10 seconds before so he can eat the same treat over and over again.
Shit, I'd do that.
I would do that. All right. Well, wait for everyone to get back. Have you been fed? Did Pam swing by? Give you kibbles?
You fed me after walkies.
Okay, cool.
I mean, no, you didn't.
Looks to Otis.
Also looks at Otis. Fine, you did.
All right, good. I'm gonna make a phone call, but he'll pick up Tetsu under the arm, give him the good chin scritches, and sit down on like the couch, flip his phone open, and call Gwen.
I was about to ask when you gonna check in with your lady.
It's been a couple of days.
She'll answer on like the second ring. Gus,
Hey.
hey, what's going on?
The usual, up to my nonsense.
That's not good.
Yeah. It's not great. It's not bad per se. Hey, I'm about to do something extremely dangerous. If I get back out of this, you want to get married?
You hear a clatter and a swear from a little bit of a ways away. You imagine she just dropped the fucking phone and then scrambles to pick it back up. I'm sorry. Could you say that again?
Do you want to get married?
Yes.
Cool. They say that you're supposed to give like a month or 3 salary. I could afford like a ring pop at this
I
point.
don't fucking care about a ring. Are you kidding me? Really?
All right. I'm just, making sure.
Leah just holds up the ring that.
Okay. When?
Oh, I think everything is gonna come to a head tonight. So, we gotta do planning.
Gus, we've been together for 11 years, and then you died, and then you came back.
Thursday?
We could. Thursday sounds great.
Cool. I'll come pick you up. We can go to City Hall, or if you want to have a big thing, I can shut down the bar and.
City Hall and a party sounds amazing.
Yeah. I don't know any ordained ministers.
Isn't Sandy one?
Oh shit, you're right. Puts the Bluetooth earphone on so he can continue speaking, but texts Sandy as they're driving. Hey, can you marry Gwen and I on Thursday?
Gus, Sandy looks at his phone. Huh. He replies back with a sure. And he replies back with, Honestly, I thought I would be a best man for this, but suppose being the minister for this would be fine.
I'm clearly the best man.
Yeah.
Best wolf. Yeah. Yeah. That I squared it away with Sandy. Have I told you I love you recently?
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't think anyone sane would have stayed with me at this point, and I'm so thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you. You are sounding like you're about to die, and all of this is bullshit. What's going on?
It's, you know, stuff with. How much time do I have? Gives her the Spark Notes version of what's going on. So yeah, the whole marriage thing is something I could, a thought I can cling to in case I'm dying.
I don't really know any other supernatural folks except for, Larry. You know, the Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, the company.
Should I send him your way?
You know what? The more the merrier, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make any promises, but I am gonna do my damnedest to get back.
One of the many reasons I love you.
I love you too. I'll see you later.
Yeah, you will.
Bet on it. And he'll hang up. Tetsu!
That was so sweet. Licks your face.
Thank you. Let's wait for everyone to get back.
If you get
That was
married,
the-
is she gonna be my mom? And then am I gonna have two moms? Will Juno be my mom and Gwen will be my mom?
Sure, bud. Whatever you want.
Yeah, I want two moms.
Okay, you can have two moms.
Yes.
But you might have to stay with Juno for the time being. I think Gwen's dad is allergic to dogs.
That's okay.
We'll come see you though.
Okay.
I don't know why, but for a second I thought you were about to have Tetsu be. I can be non-allergenic. It just glows. Will that into being.
Spills his hair away.
I could be hypoallergenic.
It's suddenly wreathed
And then
in
him and Sandy
flame.
will match.
Oh no, it's just Tetsu but naked.
There can be no allergens if I've made a fire.
So,
I would say humans are mildly allergic to fire.
just a
Just a
little.
Just a
mildly.
bit.
Is third degree like an anapleptic shock?
Yeah? Yes,
I
RJ?
guess so.
I guess so.
Yeah.
If you're mildly allergic. Anyway, just like an evil villain in their lair waiting for the hero to arrive, Gus is going to sit on the couch and just pet the animals.
Incredible. Eventually, everyone rolls up like it's fucking Avengers. The queen.
Can you
arrives.
imagine if in that scene in Endgame, instead of all the cool portals and stuff, spoilers for Endgame, I guess, they all just drove up in a truck and like got out and were like, all right, motherfuckers, let's do this.
I think that'd be cooler though if you think about it, because how the
That'd
hell
be
did they get
dope.
it on the planet?
Yeah, how'd they get that truck here?
Rocket trucks.
And just a novelty horn sounding.
Wait, no, they
is like,
the final battle's on Earth, isn't it?
Yep.
Ba, 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 ba,
It
ba,
is.
ba, ba, ba. Yeah, the queen arrives in a black car, wearing like Lululemon yoga gear. I came as soon as I could.
Hey.
Should we
she'll-
tell her about? If Juno knew that the queen was coming, she would have asked this before. Should we tell her her fucking cousin's dead?
Not more secret to tell. Walks away.
Did what? I haven't done that already, right?
No one
thought I
knows
did.
except for us. No.
Nope.
Yeah. I think I gotta catch you up on a couple of things. How much
Oh.
time do you have for an info dump?
I figure we could probably, star wipe it and catch me up.
That sounds great. So,
Star wipe.
Star Wars. And then Juno killed your cousin.
She's silent. Turns to Juno.
I didn't
Reaches
really mean
into
to, but it was kind
reaches
of
into like a small fanny pack flap.
Gun!
You gotta stop doing that every time anybody reaches into their pockets. Every time you
I'm-
walk into a room, it's fire. Every time somebody reaches into a pocket, it's gun.
I'm very on edge.
Pulls out a wad of cash.
Oh.
This is all I have, but I will owe you more, and just hands it to Juno.
Thanks
Oh, we can turn the
for
business
not
into
murdering
this.
me.
He also
would I
hurt
murder
me
you?
very badly. I've got scars.
Some people get weird about family.
Aw.
And yeah, he was gonna kill Leah and then me, so sorry, and also thank you.
She hugs you.
Oh. Looking at Leah like, what in the fuck is going on right now?
And then she comes over and she starts kissing Leah's scars.
Oh, weird time to bring this up, but
No,
Juno turns to Juno. You want to be my best wolf at my wedding?
You getting married?
Oh, Thursday, if we make it back.
Okay.
Cool. Which gives us time for a stag party on Wednesday, if we make it back. Which is probably going to be just drinking at the bar.
Now I can buy something really nice to wear.
Pam pulls up in a Segway with her sawed-off shotgun. Did someone say stag party?
Oh yeah, Pat, you want to come along too?
Well, of course, darling, if you're getting married.
Yeah.
I have a group text with all the strippers in like a 5-mile radius. Do you want me to just send out a text blast and just go ahead and get? I'll
I
just go ahead and
was-
do that. Don't worry about it.
I was thinking of just a quiet night, and there she goes.
Sandy walks over to Juno. I am certain that you're very capable of taking care of yourself, Juno. But whatever happens from this, and he just gives her hand a squeeze.
We'll be fine.
Right. Yes, of course. I love you.
I love you too, Sandy.
Rubs his head against her cheek and then walks over to where Chauncey's at.
Hey, boss. He shows up. He's literally just pulling like a big, like a red flyer, like a wagon, a red wagon, full of fucking weapons.
That's all of it.
Yeah. I got the flail, and the greatsword, and one of the shotguns, and some of the magical weaponry. Yep. I just cleared out the closet.
Oh, good.
Spring
All right,
clean.
all right, everyone. Take your pick of what's everything in this pile, whatever you feel like you need to use.
Oh, I'm good. Points to big ass sword.
Guess just walks over, starts like checking ammo drums, mags, sword, sickle, hammer. Huh. The dagger floats up menacingly, turns to look at him like in Thor Love and Thunder, jealously. Oh no, I'm just browsing.
The queen stops kissing Leah to look up and say, "Do you have any weaponry?"
I've got this string that I've used to strangle a couple of people, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's called a garrote.
Yeah.
You also have throwing knives.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. I think that was past Leah. I don't think current Leah has throwing.
I'm pretty
knives.
sure you spiked the throwing knife.
Oh
while
no,
we're
I do.
Monsters
I have infinite throwing knives. No, that is
Yeah,
correct.
you stabbed one
Yeah.
through your.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also have a 9mm, but I think I lost it.
Are the knives smashed?
She didn't lose it. Mac
I left it on the
confiscated it.
bus. What was the question? Are they?
The knives are magical.
They are not.
Chauncey pipes up. "I've got a dagger in here. It's magical."
Do you have lots of daggers? I'm not gonna bring it back. Once I throw it, I don't pick it back up.
Looks over at Sandy. "Is that okay, boss?"
Yes, fine. To give her the magic dagger.
Here you go.
Thank you. I finally have my magic dagger after all these years. Does anyone else have magic daggers? I'm gonna start a collection.
I'm assuming Max is like fucking suiting up Iron Man style right now.
I mean, right now it's like attaching like extra bars to the truck, is like loading gear into the truck. So like there's stuff for people to like ride on the sideboards. Because like the bed is gonna be full of all sorts of shit. I mean, Max has some experiments of questionable stability that he is loading into the truck.
Okay.
Yeah, and is basically like almost everything in the garage, and like he's got the garage door open so people can see this, but it's like almost everything in the lockers is being pulled out and piled in or handed out to someone.
Great. Chauncey's crew of other red caps has showed up. They look honestly just like a short biker gang, and they're loading up with accoutrements from the Red Flyer. Some of them ask if they can take some of your cool shit, Max.
Yeah.
This one. Can I use this one?
Yeah, now see, this one, it was an attempt to shoot saw blades. So ammo's gonna be limited, but should be pretty devastating.
Sweet. Ambles away.
Just all sorts of like, you know, the weapons you would see in an apocalypse, but better crafted. And then yeah, is going to put like take some of the generator power sources and just put them in the back of the truck. Yeah, these are hoping we don't have to use these, but if need be, let's drive the truck into Liz and dive out.
Are we, this is the queen, of course, are we all getting into this truck?
As many of you as can ride along. You know, this will be some of our quickest transport, but looking around at everyone, yeah, the truck's not that big.
I run alongside.
I got this. Points to her Segway.
I can
Hot
wait.
10 miles per hour.
I can go take a shower and wait for y'all to get there.
I'm just imagining all of us ride of the Valkyries flying into the
All right. any other gear preparation?
I think Leah just pulls Queen aside. Babe, do you have like dagger? Great, this is gonna be cool. Anything that keeps me from almost being pushed to the urge of death again, because that's happened to me like twice this week. I don't know if you have any sort of like magical blessing or power that you can bestow upon me to make me not dead.
Looks at the multiple rings on all of her fingers. This one should do it. Pulls off one of them. It should lend some measure of protection for you.
Are you gonna be good without it? I see
Shows you all of
6
the
of
rings
them.
on
Yeah,
all of
sure.
her
No, that would be
fingers.
great.
All right. She'll give you one. It's 2 armor.
2 armor? Oh, sweet. God, I haven't had armor in so long. Is this what it feels like to have armor in this game?
Sandy will call the red caps over.
Yeah, boss. Yeah. Hey, what? What do you want?
Well, boys, I just want to
I'm
say...
a girl.
Oh. Huh. Everyone, I just want to say that, after today, after this last mission, you're officially free to do whatever you want.
Chauncey looks up at you with big eyes slowly filling with tears.
I'm not saying that you could... Just saying you don't have to work for me anymore. I want to let you all... want you all to live your own lives and do whatever you want. You know, start your own business, whatever. I just would like you to enjoy whatever life you may have.
Chauncey's lip begins to warble a little bit.
Can Gus
What
take
if I
a
like
knee?
working for you?
Well, if you like working for me, I suppose you could continue working for me if that's really what your heart desires.
I mean, well, if you want me to continue to work for you.
But I just saying, I just want you to do what you love, Chauncey.
I love working for you.
I love you too, Chauncey.
I've
He picks up Chauncey to a hug, crying.
Yeah.
There are tears.
Wow, he was really chill when he said he loved me. Should I be worried?
No, I think that's just Sandy.
I'm joking.
Yeah. I'm gonna make
Parental
Chauncey
love
cry
is-
some more.
Parental
ahead.
love is a different kind of love than romantic love, Juno.
A hand goes on Sandy's shoulder, a hand goes on Chauncey's shoulder. Chauncey, I know we don't say this enough, but your father and I are very proud of you.
We're so proud of you, Chauncey.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you. The beautiful red cap you grow up into.
Chauncey takes off his hat and dabs it on Gus's shirt that is covered in blood and puts it back on his head.
That boy ain't right.
Just turns to the red caps, opens up his vest. All right, come on. I know y'all been waiting for it.
Yeah, just dabbing
Dry him off.
everything off of you. Yeah, put their hats back on.
I've said that and done that motion since college.
Are we done?
You were done. I'm done. please.
Okay. We hear the Ride of the Valkyries music as many of you load up into the truck as possible, with some of you running or segueing off to the side. And we head with force toward the jungle to meet your adversary. And that is where we will take our break as we get ready to kick some major ass. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us so far. Even those of you that have literally never watched a single episode of this series, Sita, we appreciate having you regardless. stick around. We will be back after a quick break. Dad, any recommendations? Just general dad advice while we go on break.
I don't know. I'm just over here wondering. I thought Liz was a different rank than a major. So,
Colonel.
So we're kicking some colonel ass, not major ass.
Oh, excuse me. I did not mean to demote her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna demote her ass down to hell.
Ayo.
But
does that count as your dad joke? Actually,
I actually have a different one. Given all this talk about marriage, and maybe it'll be less appropriate at the end. But did you hear about the two antennae that got married? The ceremony wasn't much, but the reception was great.
Thing is, I knew that was the answer, but
I like that one.
I still liked it. I still wanted to hear it out loud. Thank you, Dad. Thank you out there for watching. We're gonna take our break, and we shall see you very shortly. Welcome back, Internet. Thank you for hanging out with us as we take our break. Having some technical difficulties. Spotify. But we're good to go now. Our gang, and I mean a literal gang, as you have picked up all of your friendly NPCs along the way, and some new ones, and thrown them all into a clown car of a truck, and are headed toward the jungle. You gonna do anything with that ring? The one that's goes to that dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Leo will give it to Gus and be like, just let me walk away before you.
I was gonna go into the garage. It's typically
Okay.
warded in there.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, especially now that it's all empty. And Max is like, okay, nothing is fragile in here anymore. Go nuts.
Hey, Leah,
Yeah?
would Flower Girl be like a rude thing to ask you to do at my wedding? I don't know any young children.
I think the fact that you have asked that actually is what is prompting me to question it.
Think about it on the car ride.
Okay.
Max, do you have one of those like a grabby hand, or I don't know, like a telescopic handle for painting or something? Gus Darling, I know you could take it, but that just seems fucking stupid at this point.
I'm really good at quarters. If you just want to back up, and I can just bounce it into the onto the dagger.
Oh, I was beer pong champ back at school, or back at boot camp.
If it's possible, I don't know, even a 5-pound bucket and just toss it in, see what happens, something like that.
One of those things at the mall where you put the quarter in and it just begins to spin around. Give me enough time to run.
Why don't
Sorry,
you give
sorry,
it to
I'm-
me and I'll just throw it as hard as I can and then you shut the door.
Hands Juno the ring, walks into the garage, plants the dagger blade down into a table, runs back out and holds the door.
It was the table actually Max was working on. He's just refinishing the table for the dining room.
A slow tear goes down Max's face.
I pitch for the Young Werewolf Softball Club. Which is a thing I just invented.
I'm gonna say, roll to kick some ass. Yeah,
Great, I do that with weird.
great. The wind up, the pitch.
11.
Hey! You immediately connect with the dagger as a blinding flash of light blows pretty much anything that's not nailed down in the workshop backward. But none of you are harmed.
We should have been doing that the whole time.
I suggested it a long time ago, and everyone laughed.
I don't have the money to order a bunch of drones so we can try and Voltron the dagger together. Wait, no, that was my idea. Sorry. Walks back in, grabs the dagger.
I can
who
be
has-
precise when I need to be.
Who has Tetsuya right now?
Tetsu can ride in the car.
Max probably would have taken him if both Gus and Juno were occupied.
Okay.
He can't sit in your lap while you're driving, though. It's not safe.
I'm not in the truck right now because we're still
Just
doing
saying.
this last bit.
I'm just saying.
Uh,
You know, as soon as we get in the car, he's gonna sit in Sandy's lap, right?
as this occurs and this penultimate piece is attached, Tetsu from the car looks over toward Gus and says, "Is it almost time?"
One more piece, buddy.
Okay. But I still get to come home with you, right?
I'll make sure of it.
Okay. One more. And timey wimey wibbly wobbly, because we totally did that before you did the ride of the flight of the ride of the Valkyries, flight of the Bumblebees, ride
Yes.
of the Bumblebees.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, there should be a sequel. Valkyries should get a flight and a ride.
I
'cause
agree.
They do both.
They absolutely do both.
Uber of the Valkyries.
Yes, Uber of the Valkyries, Segway of the Valkyries.
2
and-
a.m. lift call of the Valkyries.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
And
How do
you
know
are
my vocal
off
stem.
toward the jungle. Yeah, y'all are just sort of busting through. It's like, fuck, it's like almost 1 a.m. Like, this was a long ass evening. You remember when you were wearing formal wear like 4 hours ago?
Did we change?
Yes.
Okay.
They brought you clothes at the hospital.
That would be pretty funny if we hadn't.
Oh, if we had changed, Gus had enough time to run back to the psychopomp, and he's wearing the oh lord, just the military jacket with the patches torn off.
Love it. You speed toward the edge of the forest with your crew. And not soon after, you see some somewhat familiar flashes of a acid green light. As nearby, it appears that David is shooting his cone of destroy somewhere nearby in the jungle.
Troubling and helpful.
All right, whoever's in the truck, buckle up. And like one of the attachments that Max put on is basically like saw blades on the front. So like instead of a snow plow, just
Yes.
That's really
Yeah,
great in
rocket rules.
traffic.
Oh,
She's like Chauncey on the roof, like wailing on a guitar.
I'm
Juno's
assuming.
gonna shift.
Yeah.
Run on all fours.
Max hits a button, 2 arms pop out, a la Outlaw Star.
Yep, just
Gus
grab
jumps
the
up on
trees and
top
pull
of the
them
truck,
out.
starts playing ukulele like the what's his fuck from Mad Max.
Yeah, suspended from the front of the truck.
The ukulele shoots lightning.
I'm gonna watch Fury Road again. The movie,
It's a good
Nice.
movie.
That's a good movie.
the movie whips ass.
Mm. Buzzing through the trees, rampaging your way toward these sounds and these flashes. You pull into what is now a clearing. Probably wasn't maybe 10 minutes ago, but David and as you pull in, the slightly glowing form of Liz are in the midst of a pitched battle. as David is attempting to words are hard. Shoot. Cone of destruction. Blast at Liz at every turn. But you do see Juno somewhat familiarly to some abilities that you have. Liz is inhumanly fast.
So are we going to ram this thing into her, or should we get out now and just start kicking ass?
As many people as possible should be out of the truck before I try and ram it into her.
You ram her and I'll follow up.
Okay. It sounds like we're beginning some battle. Excellent. All right. So we're all jumping out of the truck?
Yep.
Max is still in the driver's seat, but has his prosthetic arm at the window and the net launcher at the ready.
Okay.
Can I at the last second do something to Liz as we hit her with the truck?
Are you gonna stay in the truck until that moment?
No, I could do this outside of it. Because it's use magic.
Okay.
I'd like to trap a specific person, minion, or monster
Okay.
in place.
All right. Go ahead and roll to use magic.
Don't. Okay. Plus 3, 9, 11. 11.
Yeah, you do what you set out to. That's for damn sure. It works perfectly.
Grasping roots just shoot up and grab her legs.
Incredible.
And then they redo the laces on her boots to tie them together. Sorry.
Yes, lasting effects. And then except she trips. Amazing. So everyone goes barreling out of the truck while it is still moving. Tuck and roll. Max, with the dad arm out the window, drives straight toward Liz's direction. And right as she, locks eyes with you, Max, as the truck is barreling forward, Gus, you shoot out these terrifying undergrowth, which grabs her feet and keeps her in place as you slam directly into her. Did we give the truck in our speed racer days any specific type of damage?
Let me open the street racing handout.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the music was okayed with Sid or not, but we are getting a great gun fingers going
Yes.
right
I will always okay gun fingers.
I knew Sid would like gun fingers. So.
100%. I, unfortunately, as pitched as this is, Spotify hates me and I can't hear any of this music, but I'm imagining it in my head now.
now. It's gun fingers.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you with some cursed knowledge. Gunfingers is in the same BPN as Pump It Louder by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh.
Anyway, there is no damage in the street racing thing, but I think given that, because Max had been planning to use the net launcher to immobilize Liz, but if that's already taken care of, switching to the lightning gun, diving out of the truck, and zapping the explosives in the truck as it barrels into Liz.
I love it. Okay. I will say then, why don't you roll to kick some ass as well, Max?
Right. That's an 8.
Okay. So yeah, inflict harm on Shudder. We'll say this then. She is immobilized, and you take aim to utilize the lightning gun. She is able to somehow sort of put her arm up, and you do see that she is wearing some sort of body armor. that glistens kind of interestingly in the bright light that the David's cone of destruction is blowing through here, and the lightning, and it does seem to graze off of that gauntlet on her arm, and some of that does come back to you. How much damage does the lightning gun do?
3 harm.
3? Okay. Yeah, we'll say it comes back for you for 2. But she will take that as 3. What's the what are the specs on the lightning gun?
It is 3 harm, close, loud electricity batteries.
Got it. Thank you. Oh yeah, she didn't like that. Who else would like to jump into this fray?
Me.
Yeah.
I'm in my hybrid form, so Juno's just gonna go for her throat.
Love it. Roll kick some ass.
I am also preternaturally fast.
Yeah, you are.
And I don't need to cheat to do it. That's a 10.
Yeah, it is. All right.
I would like to inflict terrible harm, please.
I had a feeling. What does this look like as you go for her throat?
I mean, I think it's literally that. Like, I have this image in my head, and I think it's just because I've been thinking about Skate the Infinity a lot. But anybody who's seen this one specific anime that I really like, there's this great
It's
shot
really good.
of Joe where he's like up on the wall and is like braced, like getting ready to spring. Is what I'm talking about. And I think Juno runs and then just kind of side like off one of the big trees and just launches herself like parallel directly, just like jaws open and just and
How much damage you
rips at
do
her
plus
throat. +1, so the teeth do 4.
1. Damn. What I mean, we've basically given this away already. Do your teeth do magic?
No.
Okay. But it is 4.
But it is 4.
Cool.
Intimate. It's just, they're just 3 harm intimate.
And then the +1. Okay, perfect. She's been fairly quiet in this moment, but yes, right up literally in her grill, as more she's in your grill right now, I guess, if we're being specific. You do hear her grunt slightly in pain as she sort of pulls herself out of your sharp fangs. But then she does very quickly juke to the side of you and does manage to rip herself from the undergrowth that Gus had entangled her in and jet off to the side. Who's next?
Sandy does a tuck and roll out of the truck, grabs the assault rifle, takes aim, and he yells at Chauncey and the others, "Suppressing fire, boys!" as they all open fire at Liz, but I'm not attacking. I am actually going to use the, what is it action again? A help out action to pretty much do suppressing fire to pretty much like weave her towards Gus and Juno.
Okay, so why don't you roll to help out? Because you're gonna try and assist whoever's coming up next.
Okay. Ooh. That is an 11.
Oh yeah, you do.
So 10
So
plus.
you grant a +1 to another hunter's roll. Who would you like to give it to?
I would like to give I would like to give it to Gus.
Okay. So Gus, you'll have a +1 on your next roll. As all of the red caps with their assault rifles.
It's like that scene from Predator where they all just like it's just all of them and Sandy just opening fire and just spraying bullets at her to try to like weave her, to try to keep her like on her toes so that Gus can do what he needs to do.
Love it. think everyone's acted except Leah.
Yeah, I think Leah, probably in the car with the queen, like a little bit away from all this chaos that's going on right now. And I think is gonna try to, like, jumping out of the car and not hiding, like ducking behind a tree or something to get out of immediate harm's way, is going to try to, like, I guess, read Liz's mind to try to get an idea of, like, what she's gonna do to potentially, like, sabotage that, or like what her plan is here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is, I guess this is a read a person, but with your telepathy.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me. I don't know. That's sharp, right?
That is sharp, yes.
Okay. Go away, dice. That's a 12.
Dang! 10 plus, hold 2. And I will answer truthfully. So,
What is your
this
character really feeling? No. What does your character intend to do?
Okay. You see, well, one, Liz's mind is kind of scary. She is smart. She is seemingly thinking about, attempting to think 3 to 4 steps ahead of every move that she's making. And through this onslaught of tactics that you become aware of as you enter her mind, you see her plan sort of running in the background. In her mind right now, she is the true wielder of the dagger, as she does not seem to have the same information that the rest of you do about Gus being the true wielder of the dagger. In her mind right now, she's trying to get a hold of the dagger to utilize it as the true wielder. So currently her plan is she's gunning for Gus to get the dagger out of his hand.
But not necessarily to kill Gus.
No, she thinks that all she needs to do is get the dagger.
Now, based on the information that we know at this point, and Leah was definitely paying attention to,
naturally,
if she gets the dagger, if anyone else gets the dagger fully completed, they can't do anything while Gus is still alive.
Correct. As Gus has been chosen by the Scion, and therefore is the true wielder of the dagger.
Okay. Could I forgo my second question for now and maybe use that?
Yeah, you can hold on to it.
Situation changes.
Yeah, you can hold on to the next one.
Can Leah send Gus a telepathic message real quick?
Yeah.
Gus, you need to let her take the dagger.
Hand planted on ground, still casting the binding magic, turns his head to Leah and just like, what?
She thinks she's the wielder. She's not going to kill you if she gets it. She'll put it together and then we can take it from her and use it.
I'm still gonna shank her.
That's fine. But then we'll know where the piece is. Then we'll have all the pieces together.
Oh, it's gonna explode when she puts it together. She doesn't know that. All right, cool.
Just don't make it obvious. And don't let her kill you. And that's it. I duck back behind the tree.
We'll say again, I'm not gonna run all of your fucking NPCs. The queen is attempting to do something similar to you right now, Gus. Attempting to do some sort of corralling magic, something to kind of keep her in place, keep her still, take away this really fast speed that she has.
Can I ask the queen to do something instead? Yeah,
what do you want to say?
could you set up a barrier to prevent her from moving outside of this location?
I can try. So yeah, the queen will set about beginning to, with some of her, Fae magics, attempt to make some of this overgrowth begin to grow even taller, larger, thicker, more entangled, to sort of create a bit of a barrier within this clearing, that David just cleared. So you're kind of in the octagon right now, friends.
All right. Gus is gonna go in there and stab someone.
Excellent. Well, in fact, I was about to say that Gus, as she is sort of ducking and weaving throughout this group among assault rifle fire and werewolf attacks and undergrowth and cars being run over her, she's going straight for you, buddy, and she is gonna try to disarm you, to grab the dagger. Now, given this ploy that has just been spoken into your mind by your moth person friend, are you going to attempt to fight her, or would you like to attempt to, oh no, and make it seem natural?
Gus can't act worth for shit. She's gonna have to pry this away from him after he stabs her.
All right.
I'm gonna level with you here. No.
That's fine. Okay, then we will actually, she is going to actually attempt to disarm you in this moment. So I'm gonna have you roll to act under pressure in order to not lose the dagger. And if you keep the dagger, then you can try and stab her.
Okay. 9.
Remember, you have a +1 from me.
Oh, 10.
And that +1. Hey!
Do you know what's that have to do?
Looking out, Sandy. All right.
You're the best.
All right, so she goes straight for you. Some close quarters combat, but you know what? She taught you this close quarters combat, and you know her tells, and you are able to move out of the way before she's able to pry that dagger out of your hand, and you're gonna go in for a stab. Roll a kick some ass.
Yeah. So that's a 10.
Okay.
So what's gonna happen is, I guess she gets a shot in because we deal damage to each other.
Yeah. Unless you take,
suffer one less harm, but what I'm gonna do is inflict terrible harm instead.
Okay.
And it looks like a flying armbar into a stab to the clavicle.
Dang. Okay. And how much does the dagger do? Refresh my memories.
5.
Woo! And it is magical. Oh, it is very magical. Incredible.
But if she tries to struggle away, he'll let her go with the dagger still in her.
I think that's exactly what happens. She staggers back from that nasty blow. Right in the shoulder blade. Like gets, like, not to be graphic, but yeah, like it's stuck in the bone. So she staggers back, but with the dagger still within her shoulder. And she slowly smiles as she rips it from its place and grips it gleefully. As she sort of spits out a little bit of blood and says, "Thanks for that, Augustus." And she steps backward a couple of steps, reaching into her pocket. Who hasn't acted this round? Max?
Yeah. I think Max is going to wait for her to pull out whatever she's grabbing out of the pocket, and then is going to go for the net launcher again.
Also, Sid, she has to deal damage to me. It's 4, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna hold off until she completes the dagger, it looks like, from your assumption. Anyone else?
I mean, so Max is unaware of this
Yeah, I guess
plan
nobody
overall,
else.
but
Yeah, nobody else knows except for Gus.
but as soon as she like pulls out the final part, but before she can slap it together, the plan is like shoot her with the net launcher and get her entangled and not be able to actually slap it together.
I see. Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, roll to kick smash then.
That's double sixes for 13.
Woo, buddy! Yeah, you do what you set out to do. She is, relishing the moment a little bit of trying to connect this final piece. You release the net, and it immediately sort of forces her to like crouch down on her knees, her arms entangled in the net for the moment. Juno? Sandy?
This is a weird question.
We love those. What's up?
Can I use my Red Hat Horde as a weapon?
Elaborate.
I would like to throw one of the red.
Oh, you
one
mean
of-
literally? You want to
Yeah.
toss the dwarf? Okay.
Yeah. Like throw Chauncey at Liz while she's knitted up, so he can go in for a stab.
It's the finale. I'll allow it. Yeah. I think this would be another help out
Okay.
because you are literally chucking someone else and trying to aim them toward the adversary. So yeah, roll another help out.
Okay. So I look over at Chauncey. I'm like, Chauncey, formation 22, and I crouch down, and he like puts his hands up like he's about to give Chauncey a boost, and
I
Chauncey
hate this one.
and he like yeets Chauncey towards Liz so he can just fly in and stab her and like pin her down.
Okay.
That is a 10.
All right, you help, and we'll say with that help, you launch your red cap sun directly at this avenging, and then vengeful angel. I have no words anymore. I talk all day. My apologies. All right. Yeah, we'll say that he leaps down, tries to stab down toward her. Yeah, we'll say he connects. But is also, even within the net, is almost like flicked off. So he connects, he gets in there, but is thrown off as she is attempting to throw off the net. Juno.
So I'm gonna try to double down on the net and hold her in place. And I'm gonna use my new improvement that I took because I leveled up last time, that I took just for this fight. And it's called Flight.
Hey!
And so Juno springs into the air and stays there. And sort of like launches herself directly over where Liz is and takes the sword out and then just drops.
Oh shit!
And you have a +1.
Roller kick some ass.
11.
Yeah, you do. How much does it do again?
The sword does 3, but it is magical because I took that shit off an angel.
Yeah, you did.
It is
Alright.
magic.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
And yeah, Juno's just trying to use that force to just pin her ass.
I love it. Juno, as you connect the big ass angel sword jamming through Liz and into the ground, almost a foot, you hear a from this blow as Liz has both the dagger and the guard in her hands. And she looks up at you, still with a small smile on her face, and says, "You don't know how much of a mistake that was." As her body begins to jerk.
Ah, shit. Sandy's mom is coming out to play.
Ah, shit, phase 2.
Phase 2 raid boss.
As she, even within the net, connects the final piece of the dagger. And I would need everybody to roll me an act under pressure as this massive explosion erupts.
Do I get any sort of advantage since I've specifically been saying I'm hunkered down behind a tree this whole time?
Yeah, I'll give you a +1 on this one.
Okay.
Before this, can I plant my banner down so everyone can recharge their ultimates?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and take care of that. We'll go to the
I
save
was going to
point.
say, I have put down some markers for raid locations based on our individual squads, so everybody will know who's like raid team A, raid team
I
B,
can't
raid
stop
team
running
C.
into the wall. What am I doing wrong?
I'm popping my stances right now, guys, so just give me a second.
I found the emotes.
Did nobody research the mechanics for this? Like,
I did.
Okay.
And I fall off the cliff. And
I've got a story after this. Oh no. It's happening.
It's happening.
I'm debating whether to use luck on a 5 or not.
I will reiterate, I brought you all to full and let you bring your cavalry. That was not intentional. I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, but also the drama. If one of us starts having issues.
That is
Oh,
true.
dude.
That
Don't
is
worry.
true.
Very true.
Don't worry, Gus is already having issues.
No, I'll use my luck because the action scientist is fun.
Excellent.
The
What is
luck
the
move.
exercise? What is the luck move?
Some gadget or machine near you will do something weird, malfunction, breakdown, or explode.
I like it. We'll come to that in a moment. All right, so Max is good. How the rest of us do?
I'm gonna use my luck because this seems kind of fitting. Someone from your past will appear to collect a debt of obligation.
Well, what do you know, my friend?
Mother.
Juno, Leah.
I rolled a 10
That's good.
with a -1.
With my -1, I rolled a 6. So, yeah, I failed.
All
Or
right.
this time I actually snake eyes.
Oh no.
Ooh. Our friends that did not succeed, you are blown backward and are going to take 3 harm. This does not pierce armor.
Okay.
No.
Then I'll just 1 harm. I can live with that.
Feels good, doesn't it, Val?
It does. It does. I've had a character in a Monster of the Week game with armor in so long. So
Welcome back, Win. So
Now I'm win.
the rest of you, again, kind of expecting this in the moment, you take, your very cool action movie jumps out of the way. Gus and Leah, however, caught in the blast as blasting upward herself. We see Liz. We don't see Liz. In this moment, Leah, as you sort of blink back the specks in your eyes and the blood, you look up and see something very similar to what you saw once with Tetsuo, of sort of this oversoul over Liz as you see a somewhat humanoid form, elongated limbs, a large, squat torso with multiple mouths, multiple eyes, long, sharp claws, with a almost hovering, rotating crown above, her head. You see the true oversold form of the mother of monsters, as she has joined the fray with her devoted follower, Liz.
Oh no, she's the Shaman King now.
Oh, hey, Sid.
Yes?
That amount of harm plus the rolls I have pushed me over.
You are unstable now?
No, I'm dead. But I'm going to spend a luck point to revive. Because that's the chosen special ability.
I see. Very interesting.
When you put in the stipulation, you need to kill someone. Kinda made the brain go fuzzy. If I keep using luck points to come back, they can't use the dagger.
It's true, and she did not kill you with the dagger,
With the blast from the dagger.
but the blast.
And wouldn't killing with the dagger just make him chosen again?
Yes, it would.
Double
Also-
chosen.
Tetsu gets a
Double
say in
chosen
this.
all the way across the sky.
This is a conundrum.
Hello. I am the
hello,
conundrum.
hello. I am the conundrum. My name is Gus. Gus. Yeah, you would sort of immediately soul gem back up to full. However, something feels different. As you have died. Therefore, the dagger needs a new wielder.
Oh boy. Just if she's high enough, just to shout to everyone, I'm not the wielder anymore, but neither is she.
What?
I died.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wedding's still on.
No, those vows are till death do we part. So yeah.
All right, well, first one to get the dagger uses it.
You do know that means you have to kill yourself with it, Sandy.
I got 9 lives, I think. I don't know.
I would like to do something that's beyond human abilities.
Feel free.
And that is to magic the dagger back into my possession.
Okay. Please go ahead and roll to use magic.
Just explains some semblance of powers. 13.
That was a roller coaster. Okay.
That was an emotional coaster right there.
Okay.
It's a very low lighting situation on my desk, and the 4 looked like a 1.
I see. All right. The magic works as intended. So, what does this look like as you magically rip the dagger from Liz Mom's hands? Liz?
It's kind of like just a shaky arm that's
Mom,
getting
sorry.
held up in a grip, and he's muttering to himself, "Please work, please work, please work, please work." And he clenches his fist, and the dagger reappears. Oh God! Ooh! Ah! This is gonna suck. Gus starts running.
Does he follow JoJo run?
Gus, you start running, but you did just ask the queen to make an octagon out of
To
foliage
limit
for you.
her movements, Liz's movements. But if you want to rule it as that.
I mean, you can run, but
Just behind a tree.
But you can't hide.
Or can you?
God, why
All
does
right,
this keep happening to my characters?
I mean, you do a lot of it to yourself.
You do
Yeah.
most of it to yourself.
Yeah.
I guess.
what are the rest of you doing? The mother of monsters. Leah, actually, you're the only one that sees sort of this oversoul. The rest of you just see Liz lighting up, and a somewhat familiar voice laughing, somewhat maniacally.
You just start doing, Mom, Mom, Mom.
What? I recognize that hellish cackle anywhere, mother.
And just like blinking, like pulling pieces of tree branches off of her, gets back up, shaking, so watches Gus just like run, sprinting out of the clearing with the dagger. No, I think I want to ask my other hold to see like, if Leah can try to help the situation a little bit. Is one of the questions is how can I get your character to blink?
Okay.
And I think I want to ask how could I get your character to shift their focus off Gus?
Interesting. From what you have garnered in your somewhat limited interactions, but a little bit more of a background from Sandy in regard to his mother's personality, she is vengeful, but she definitely appreciates flattery. She likes to be flattered and doted upon as the loving mother that she is. Have fun with that one, Leah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not what you were expecting, was it?
No, it wasn't. It went a few different ways there, and it ended up in an entirely different realm than I was expecting. I think. Does she have a title besides just mom?
The mother of monsters.
Just the mother of monsters.
The mother of monsters.
Yeah, I think she just like gets up, branches off her, comes out from behind the tree, just like pulling twigs out of her hair, and looks up. She said, "Damn, Mom, you're looking good. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. Last time, I think you'd blown us up, and you started with that this time, and I appreciate that. I think I have some dirt in my eye. What brings you here? I'm sure you are so busy right now. What a coincidence, right? How are you looking? Very good, if I do say so myself. Whatever you're doing with the mouths, is working for you. Is that a new haircut? Tentacle cut? I'm not quite sure."
Sandy, like, you just see Sandy slowly looks over at Leah with this look of like, the fuck?
Just psychically to Sandy, play along. You gotta buy time. Play along.
And he like, Mother, do you remember this wonderful ditty? He sets down the gun transforms into a cat. I'm a fancy little kitty cat, meow, meow, meow. It's a fancy kitty cat, meow, meow, meow. Where are my mittens? There are my mittens. I'm a fancy kitty cat, meow, meow, meow. And he does the cat flop on their side and does this in the air.
I was kind of excited to do that. I'm a cat. I'm a kitty cat.
That's it. Not the ending you expected, huh, Sid?
No, that went a couple different ways and sort of ended up in a very different place than what I initially thought. Okay! Leah, maybe roll to manipulate someone? Sandy, I'm gonna have you roll to help out?
Okay.
Okay. Sure. I do have a thing for this. Yeah, can you shark instead of shark?
12.
You help. Leah, take a +1 to this roll. Or
So that's
the kitty cat.
that's a 14.
I'm gonna be very straightforward. I think the Mother of Monsters was sort of relishing in this moment of, you know, all of her planning and scheming coming to fruition. And then that happens.
And I gotta say, this is on you, Sid. You're the one that said flattery. I was expecting gunfire and raining acid or something, but you want flattery, so that's where I went.
You asked how to distract her, not how to, like, kill her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, nothing explains the kitty cat mittens thing.
Look,
There's
That
no
was the
explanation
natural
for that.
evolution of this.
Mothers enjoy when their children do fancy little dances, cute little dances. So there you go. That's a distraction.
She is distracted. There's no other way to describe it. She's confused, amused, bemused, any other mused, amuse-bouched, I don't know. Very confused and concentrated on the two of you.
Yeah, I think just psychically to Juno and Max just like, cut her fucking head off or something, please.
Yeah, so do you have a gadget or device or something in mind that is going haywire in some way? Because otherwise I do have a suggestion.
I would welcome your suggestion. I was gonna maybe say the truck in some capacity was going to, I don't know, take on a mind of its own.
I mean, I imagine that the truck got blown up when I blew up the explosives when we ran it into Liz earlier.
Sure, but what's your
Which is a
suggestion?
malfunction.
Yeah,
That
but
is a malfunction.
what I'm imagining in this, finale moment is that Max's arm is starting to overload. The prosthetic that has, the power cores for the lightning gun. So Max is just gonna go charging in and full on nuclear reactor meltdown, just get it to blow up in Mom's face.
Your arm is attached to you.
Yep.
I would like to reiterate that.
Well, as Max is running up, he starts fiddling with his shoulder, yanks his arm off, and just backhands Mom in the face with his own arm as it explodes.
Roll to kick some ass.
On RNGesus. That's a 10.
Hey, it's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. And the answer is
You did this to yourself.
really weird session 0 that sort of started all of this. There was a creation of a mom of monsters and this whole thing. And it just sort of devolved into this. So yeah, you're welcome. You backhand the mother of monsters with your own detached arm
As it is exploding.
as it explodes. How much damage does the arm normally do, the lightning?
The lightning gun normally does 3 harm.
Okay. We're going to say in its overcharged state, plus the use of the luck roll, it does 2 more. So that is a total of 5?
Yep.
Okay.
And I am now disarmed. Literally and figuratively.
Quite literally, yes. Okay. An explosion, quite possibly rivaling the explosion as the dagger was completed, goes off. Max, you're going to also take the 3 harm from the explosion and are going to be catapulted backward. There is an anguished, sort of double-voiced roar as this explosion goes off in Mom's face. And she's looking pretty damn rough. Juno? Gus?
Kick
Would
our
you like-
ass, kids!
Would you like to add to these shenanigans?
I'm gonna try to chop her head off.
I'm gonna become the wielder again.
So Gus kills himself and
Yeah. I was gonna say it.
Okay.
No, you go first.
I'm already spending a luck point to come back, so
We're gonna skip over the.
let's
gross
skip
part.
over that.
Yeah,
Yep,
we're gonna fade to black. We'll hear the noise, a la Supernatural, and then we'll hear the the 1-up sound as you pop back up again.
We just see like a -1 life marker
You see-
pop out over a bush.
Yeah.
a pixelated version of Gus just bump into the air, flip around, and then fall back down,
Fall
and then you
back
see
down.
your world
Oh.
3
Wah, wah.
And Gus, as you pop back up, you hear, "Are you okay?"
Uh-oh.
As crashing through the underbrush,
Ooh, big Tetsu.
a about 10-foot long puppy comes barreling toward you.
Great wolf.
Knocks
That's what I
you
told
on.
you to stay in the car.
The car blew up! And a tongue the size of your head begins to lick your face.
Thanks, Tetsu.
Oh man, Gus has a Falcor.
Just Legolas swing using the collar onto the back of Tetsu. No.
You're riding Tetsu. Got it. Juno, you were going to chop off a head, I believe?
Yeah, I can fly, so I'm gonna kick off, sort of launch myself up at her and just full swing around and try to chop off her head.
Roll to kick some ass.
Just like the tried and true way.
Mm-hmm.
That is 2 6.
Just give me that total. I just want to hear that total.
15.
Beautiful. I would assume you would like to inflict
Terrible.
terrible harm.
Terrible harm. So that would be 4 harm, intimate,
Magical?
magic. Messy. 4 harm, messy. Hand.
Oh, it's messy. And knocking off the 2 armor that she has, but it's magical, so she takes the remainder for exactly the amount of damage needed to do this. What does it look like when you kill the vessel of the Mother of Monsters?
I think Juno just like in a focused state that she's never in unless she's murdering, which is strange. Just sort of considering everything she's been through, just like takes a breath and like just like full like weightlifter squat and just launches up into the sky, and I imagine there's just like one little beam of moonlight coming down. It's like fucking oh, you know, the anime where they have all the swords, Claymore. And there's just that one beam of moonlight, and it's just silver hair and fur, and there's just this one clean swing. And Juno lands. And then just a second later, boom, boom. She just takes a breath.
And it is suddenly very quiet in this clearing. After a moment, Gus, you feel the dagger, which is normally, of course, very cold, begin to warm in your hand. As Tetsu looks to you and asks, "It's time, isn't it?"
Yeah, bud. Think you'd hold on for a few more seconds?
What are you going to do?
Gonna ask the others what they want wished for. I told you I'll make sure you get to go home with us.
Hurry. As he says hurry, the blade becomes even warmer, and Tetsu begins to grow.
Hey y'all, it's happening!
I don't know, just wish for Tetsu to be the bestest talking dog he can be.
Anyone else? I could change the course of history.
I just want Concord to be safe. I think everybody that lives there's been through enough.
And also, for some reason, everybody wants to give me lots of money.
Leah took mine.
2 money wishes. Got it.
The clearing begins to darken even further as the massive form of Tetsu continues to grow.
Oh, you're gonna say David is showing up because I want David to have a wish.
David's been a part of this combat the whole time as well.
David gets his karaoke machine out in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle!
It only has AC/DC.
It only has AC/DC on it. But
Rock
no,
Band.
at this point, David, looking down on all of you, is now looking up at the form of Tetsu.
Anybody else? That's it? All right. He's going to head over to Tetsu.
Approaching this massive scion. As you get closer, you are maybe at the top of one of his front paws.
You ready, buddy?
Hurry!
Dagger. Gus will point the dagger of the Tetsu and make a wish. Or at least begin to start a very long and complex. All right. This is gonna be really complex. If I can alter the literal universe with this power, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to transfer over all of the magical power that Tetsu has into myself, into the dagger itself,
Okay.
leaving Tetsu with enough life force and energy to live a long, happy, doggy life.
Okay.
and he begins to grant all of the wishes of his friends. The stipulation I remember you saying is that the vessel gets destroyed. The dagger is now the vessel for all the magic.
Correct. Okay. So, to go down the laundry list again, lots of money. Protection
Is this
of
something where,
Concord.
like, again, the wishes that we're saying, is it like you're actually granting our heart's desire, or the stupid shit that we're saying with our dumb mouths?
Yeah.
Wow, you take that back. Mine was nice.
No. Yours was good.
Juno's was
Yours was
actually the
genuine.
heart's
But I'm also
desire.
imagining that Sandy and Leah don't tend to say their feelings out loud very
No.
much.
I'll do Heart's Desire to give this a nice little bowstring.
Okay. Well, why don't we say with our not stupid mouths what that actually is? Why don't we go down the line? We'll start with Leah.
Okay. Yeah. Leah's heart's desire is for lots of money. No. Leah's heart's desire is, honestly, it's not much. I mean, she's pretty well satisfied with everything that she has in the life that she lives. I mean, obviously, would like to live an easy, carefree life, but I think more than anything is she wants to fix the relationship that she had with her former best friend Cam and try to, for the two of them to be able to go back to the way things were before. I think that's kind of been at the core of her for a long time.
Juno?
Juno's was true. She wants Concord to be safe. And I think that probably translates to whatever problem that each individual in the city is dealing with. You don't have to worry about anymore. I'm imagining stuff like the like the little wolf pack, like setting them up for, oh man, look at that, their parents do have college funds for them after all, or like just stuff like that.
The United Werewolf College Fund. Max?
Or like, oh man, it's her old neighbor, like his grass stays at exactly like the perfect height and he never has to cut it, like just shit like that.
The homeowners association gets disbanded because no one likes homeowners
We
association.
get rid of grass. That's the easy
Yeah.
answer. Everyone has natural lawns.
Well, yeah,
And
I am
guards.
you still have to
imagining-
maintain those.
I'm imagining a Bruce Almighty moment where two people are wishing for like counter things. It's like, how did both teams win the Stanley Cup?
Damn, every sports competition this year was a tie.
No, Max's wish is also basically the same, just for Tetsuya to be the bestest boy he can be, still be able to talk, and also maybe that Max's grilling is always perfect. Max
You
has
take
lived
that
a
back.
long
Max is a
life.
simple guy, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't
Max's
need
grilling
much
is always
anymore.
perfect.
So really what happens is that Max begins to actually believe that all of his grilling is perfect because it already was.
The real grilling was the friends we made along the way.
The magic was inside of you the whole time.
And the sweet baby Rays.
Sandy, and then we'll end with Gus's.
Sandy wants all of the monsters in Concord to be free from the mother of monsters. He does not want them to have this fear of that this entity can just take them over whenever. Doesn't want this fear of this entity is controlling their lives. He wants all the monsters to truly be free and live their life without fear of her.
Gus?
And a giant ball of yarn.
We can make that happen. I think it's the same thing with Leah. He has everything he really wants or needs. So the wish goes out to... He really wants to make it to the wedding.
I think instead of an explosion of light, as we have seen with this instrument, with this scion. There's a slow rolling glow that begins to emanate off of Tetsu as he closes his eyes. And if a massive 50-foot tall dog could smile, you imagine that he is in this moment. And cinematically, we'll let that glow build, and we will jump to 3 months from now, as I would like you all to describe what your characters are doing at this time.
I think Gus is at the psychopomp. He's actually packing up. He sold the place. He's gonna go live his life. The bar was the thing tying him down as a ghost. But
He
he
sold
walks.
it to Penny.
Yeah, he sold it to Penny at a very cheap discount.
$1 just so he could transfer the paperwork.
Yeah. But he walks out into the open bar room. The tables are all gone. I think Penny wanted to change up the place, make it more of a attraction, sort of like big nightlife stuff. And he hurries over to where Gwen is trying to pick something up, and he just slaps her hand away. She stands back up. There's a little belly bump going on.
I'm fine.
You're not supposed to.
I'm barely showing.
You're not supposed to.
And if you pokes him, and if you keep doing that, people are gonna find out before I'm even showing.
When do you expect me to ask Sandy to be godfather, huh?
In like another month and a half, maybe?
Fine. All right. There are some lighter boxes over there you can do. I know just humor me, please.
Humoring? I'm humoring. You're
Thank
so
you.
funny.
I love you. Smooshes on the
I
top of
love
the
you.
head. And I think the last thing he packs away is this photo that was hanging on the bar, where it is their wedding photo. Everyone is standing there underneath a nice gazebo. There are the, flower petals getting thrown around. Tetsu has a little bow tie. He'll just tuck that under his arm and tuck another box under his arm and look back at the bar. Gonna miss this place.
Yeah. A lot of memories.
But that does mean I get to sleep in.
Enjoy that while you can.
Maybe I'll try a restaurant next.
Deep, deep sigh as she takes the lighter boxes.
I could always run a kiosk at the mall, and the scene will end as he's walking and closing the door.
I'm humoring.
The sign on the back clatters from open to close.
Someone
With the
goes,
final bell ring.
surprised he didn't do the Cheers ending.
Class dismissed.
Who's next?
Green Day starts playing in the background.
I hope you had the time of your life.
Max is in his workshop. The door's open. It's a nice day outside, and he is putting the finishing touches on his new prosthetic arm. It is a new design, a new make. There's a little tiny boilerplate that says, it's got the serial number, patent number, all that stuff, but designed by Max and Pam. And so it's got some input from her into it. All right. Pam, if you don't mind, it'll be more secure if you're the one to put it back in.
You're finally admitting I'm better at this than you. We're gonna get along just fine.
I mean, it's a little bit hard for me to shove my own arm in, but,
Excuses. Yeah, she'll fiddle with it and get it into place for you.
oh, that's gonna take some getting used to, but, I think the tactile sensors are gonna be a very nice addition as he, reaches up and cups her chin and goes in for a kiss.
You were talking about the arm, right?
Hey.
I mean, maybe that too.
Jackie Boy's back from a run, so I'm gonna go check in with them. But we'll come over for dinner later.
Yep. I won't grill something this time. It's been grilling most nights of the week. Well, maybe some grilled vegetables at least.
Music to my ears. She'll give you another kiss. She'll head out.
Just grabs a broom and starts sweeping up around the shop.
Simple pleasures. Anything else for Max?
No, that's it.
Who's next?
You see Sandy is at his office, and there's more of an influx of customers now that the mother of monsters is gone. He's getting a lot more business of more monsters coming to him for financial aid, anything that they would need to help get their lives back and start, especially for those who were under her thrall. Just pretty much doing doing a lot of paperwork and signing things off, and he's sitting at his desk behind just a massive amount of paperwork, just approving one thing after another. And he hits a buzzer on his desk. Chauncey, how many more people are outside?
37.
37. God.
Sorry, 38. There was a shorter one. 38.
Oh. Okay. I'm taking a break, Chauncey.
Like a lunch break, or you're gonna run home and cry a little break?
Well, first of all, I told you that in utmost privacy. And second of all, yes, the first one.
Okay.
Why don't you handle things for the rest of the day?
You got it, boss. All right, everybody, in line. Yeah, you shorty to the front. All right.
And he pulls out his phone and he calls up Juno. Juno, I'm taking a lunch break. I'm going to head home. Do you want me to bring you anything?
Something vaguely protein heavy.
Right, so you were pretty much 3 steaks, 4 baked potatoes, and a tub of mac and cheese.
I just got back from a run, so yes.
Got it. I'll be there shortly, and make sure you tell Tetsu to get off of my chair.
He's never sat on your chair in his life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware of that. That he doesn't tell you, at least. But
he doesn't even like chairs. I don't know what you're talking about.
We cut to literally right behind Juno, and Tetsu's just sitting there, tail wagging, in the said chair.
Chairs? Juno's looking at him. You don't like chairs.
What's a chair?
He said, "What's a chair?"
He knows bloody well what it...
I don't think Otis ever taught him what chairs are.
I know what chairs are.
I know.
Well, don't tell him that I'm also bringing him a little baggie also.
I would never.
Yes, I have an image to uphold. Love you.
Love you.
And he puts the phone away, and he opens up the window, transforms into a cat, and jumps out of it.
Juno, you just got back from a run.
Has just gotten back from a run, cleans up a little bit, straightens the couple of things that are out of place, because I imagine she keeps a pretty tidy house, because her and Sandy got their own place. And when the family next door to Max moved, they bought their house.
You big fat Greek wedding tent. I love it.
So they live next door.
Does Juno just like walk outside and she sees Max with the garage door open sweeping?
Hey, June.
You grilling tonight?
Just some vegetables, As much as I am fine having, grilling every night, Pam enjoys some variety. But hey, watch this. And like takes the broom he has in just the prosthetic arm and just like presses a button near the elbow, and it just like automatically starts sweeping back and forth. And then like starts doing like a power drill almost, and just
You're Mickey Mouse.
Okay. It like starts.
You did a Fantasia to don't let that thing get a mind of its own.
Oh no, and like lets go, and the broom collapses. It's like, okay, new arm, gonna have to fiddle with it a bit more.
I like it.
Where's Leah?
I think coming on Leah is wearing a sort of a lilac pantsuit and is walking down like a very kind of elegant marble hallway. And she is on the phone with the queen. And she says, "So are we still on for dinner on Friday? I know you had to push back some things with those dignitaries from whatever. I wasn't honestly paying attention, I'm sorry. But are we still on for that?"
I generally don't pay attention myself when they're speaking, but yes, we're still on for Friday.
Cool. That's great. And I also had a thought. So I had invited Juno to come by, and Sandy and Gus and Pam, the whole gang, to come by for the next throwdown at the mound. And I was thinking, could we maybe do something a little more like low-key? I know y'all really like the Ragers, but I just think we should mix it up a little bit. Maybe
so just a casual sparring.
Yeah, I think that might be a little more their speed, mostly Juno, but also the others.
Should I tell people to be quieter?
Do you know what a silent rave is?
Oh, I think so.
What if you tried that?
I'll make some calls.
Cool. Anyway, I've got my meeting now, and I guess I will let you know when I'm done. I'll see you tonight.
Perfect.
And she hangs up and walks to a door at the end of the hall, which she knocks on twice, then opens, and we see a flash of a placard across it that says Mayor's Office. And she says, as she walks, she says, "All right, I think we've taken this grift maybe a little too far at this point." And standing at the other side of the office, sitting at their desk, is Cam. Because I think Cam and if we're playing around with time, Cam and Leah essentially ran a pretty extensive grift to get Cam into office for nefarious purposes, and now Cam has taken the whole thing a little too far and is now just actually running the city and
Doing it well.
doing it well.
Does Sawyer work for Cam?
I imagine so. I don't know if like we're completely rewriting the old mayor, or if the old mayor like had to drop out after the scandal, and then Cam like stepped in.
She
can
died
say
in a
that.
horrible microphone accident.
Oh no! Suddenly, a cat right across the mayor's path, causing a car accident. Oops.
She's
Oh
out of
no,
the
she was
picture.
teleported into the jungle. Her body was never
Whoops.
found.
She was convicted of several crimes, and her sentence was karaoke with David forever.
They do a
She's out of the
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
picture.
You do a lovely rendition of I Want to Dance with Someone.
I would say yes. I think Sawyer absolutely is willing to jump in and sort of take on their former role, but way better paid and actually having a bit of a say in what's going on.
Yeah.
Sawyer gets their own security team now.
But yeah, Leah just unprompted walks into the office and says this and says, I mean, seriously, it is getting to the point where I'm having to do actual work, and that is a problem.
Cam puts up a hand and says, yes, Your Honor, and we can have this conversation at another time. My assistant is here. She is, yes, she's a laugh riot. Ignore everything she just said. All right, goodbye. That was the courthouse. Did you need something, Leah?
No, I just came here to complain and tell you that I put in my 2 hours, and I think I'm gonna head home for the day.
I'm more than happy to provide you with this job, but you know you are good at this, right?
I think people in public service just have low standards for good. And honestly, it's probably the easiest job I've had. So, sure. Whatever you say. You're clearly much more cut out for this than I am.
Will we be getting together with the Queen later this week?
Yeah, so I talked to her about the party and changing things around so that Juno would be more comfortable, and I think everything's good. Oh, you meant business stuff or party stuff?
Party stuff.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad to see you happy.
I'm glad you're happy too.
Sawyer runs in with a Bluetooth headset in. We are already 15 minutes behind, and it's the beginning of the day, so we've got to... Right. Leah, can we continue this? Kind of looks to Sawyer. Can we continue this offline? I'm learning some of the lingo.
Yeah, we can continue later.
Okay.
Just can't think face-to-face conversations are online.
They're trying.
I think she just pats him on the back as he leaves the room, and then she takes a spin in the mayor's chair.
Anything else as we dive into the montage of the full crew together enjoying a silent rave at the ferry mound?
I think as soon as Gus and Gwen leave the bar and head to the car, there is a huge box there that says supplies for the baby. You bastard, I obviously knew from the start. Why did you hide this from me? Love, Sandy.
Covered the entire box with that message.
Very small text.
It's a big box.
On top of the box is an envelope from Leah that just says, "I'm psychic, you idiots."
At the very bottom of the box, Juno has signed it. Sandy told me sorry.
Max has supplied a book of dad jokes. It's handwritten.
I guess Gus leans on top of the car roof that he has now. Like, great, so we're bad at keeping secrets.
You're bad at keeping secrets.
Friends are just freaks.
I do my due diligence to keep the secrets that I can keep.
You've been hovering around me since you found out.
You were about to take a shot of alcohol. You thought it was orange juice.
I would never.
You can have small amounts of alcohol.
It's inside the baby book. Yeah, Gus looks at the stuff. There's a kind of small smile on his face. You know, I've been thinking about baby names.
I'm scared to ask.
Why?
I'm humoring what?
No, you don't have to humor it. I'm just being serious.
Okay. What?
Well, I'm bad at making a lot of decisions. Usually they, turn out poorly. But Sam's a good name.
Gwen's face softens. Sam's a great name.
Let's go before I start crying.
Me too. And you get into the vehicle that Max made for you at some point, probably also knowing way before either of you realized, and creating.
He has made the world's safest minivan.
Hey!
It is a 2015 Honda Odyssey.
Oh, it's one of those with a built-in vacuum in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, and the chairs can fold all the way
Oh
in.
yeah.
I love it.
And Concord's protector out in the jungle. They talk about him. They speak of David, the blonde dragon. And every so often, as though to confirm the myths, the dulcet tones of Lady Gaga are heard wafting over the sea.
Can we say that as part of the wishes too, David got naturally growing
Yes!
Got a
beautiful
mane,
locks?
yes!
Yes.
Wonderful blonde hair that grows.
It just has this
Awesome, so he
majestic
can cut it
mane.
however he wants it.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
We set
Yes.
David up with a hairdresser
Yeah.
that goes every 6 weeks.
On
we
the
pay
dot.
them.
And she's there for 12 hours.
Sandy, Sandy, can we do
It's a
this?
team.
We're gonna pay a hairdresser every 6 weeks to go out and give David a cool haircut.
Fine. Yes, I can get some people out there.
Chauncey would love that with an axe.
Actually, yes, get Chauncey and the crew out there. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Of course, David is at the soiree with the Fae, singing karaoke. And I think that's the perfect note to end our very wildly overtime session.
It's a finale.
It's
No,
a
we're allowed to be
finale!
overtime.
It's,
It's a finale!
and we spent a lot of it bullshitting at the beginning.
the
Let's be honest.
David's my son.
It's not bullshitting if we care about it.
It's true! And we care.
Otherwise, everything I DM'd would be bullshit.
Thank you all so much for riding along with us on this journey of a season, of a series. It's been amazing. I obviously love my amazing players. You make this all easy. We're wildly over time anyway. We don't have to do wishes, so let's just go around and do some quick stars. Let's start with Val.
Hello, everyone. Stars. Everyone gets a star. It's so hard to give only one star in the finale.
I know.
I will give my star to. I hadn't thought about this at all before.
Do you want to think about it? I know.
I kind of want to
to
think about it. Can I skip?
Okay.
Can I pass?
Skip. Yes, you may pass.
I play my Uno card and I pass forward.
Because I know what my star is.
Do it.
I'm giving my star to Max twice. One for the handwritten book of dad jokes, and one for the fucking Sawblade truck escapades. And then just like, I don't know, there was so much like Max action scientist bullshit today, and it was all good and awesome. It just, everything, I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing that Alex is gonna say today. And then like 10 minutes later, I'd be like, oh fuck, this is the coolest thing. And it just kept happening the whole time. So yeah, it ruled. All of your inventions were great, but I particularly loved the big blades on the front of the truck. That was awesome.
I've got mine. I'll go ahead and I'll do mine because I'm gonna give my star to Juno for getting her revenge and decapitating in two really epic kind of like berserk moments where just like impaling the Liz.
Sorry, the anime is Claymore.
Oh right. And then the decapitation. Yeah, it was very good to see Juno. Also, the part about wanting to stay and do work for the monastery and all of that was very sweet. I hope that Juno got to do that.
I think she at least goes back and visits.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, they want all your research.
And
That was
talk to them
also
about it. So she fully, if they will have her, like, if they'll let her like read their books and stuff, she will fully like go like boots on the ground, like whatever notes they want.
One of the stipulations that Gus changed with the wish was one person gets accepted every 1,000 years, and this year it's Juno
yeah
for studying abroad.
For study abroad.
Yeah.
That was my star for Juno as well, was wanting to stay at the library. And my star for Leah was, of course, legitimately putting her best friend in as the mayor, but also calling it a grift the whole time. That was pretty great. Yay! Who's next?
I think that's me. My star for this session is gonna go to the joint efforts of Leah and Sandy for their distraction. the little I'm a fancy cat lad dance. Yeah, just
I blue screened. I completely blue screened at that moment.
As soon as Sandy said like, oh, I'm a fancy cat lad, like my brain immediately went to the berries and cream boy. It's like I couldn't stop imagining Sandy with the berries and cream boy haircut, but as a cat.
I love my berries and cream.
Berries and cream. Berries and cream.
I love my berries and cream.
Oh, my star for Max was simply wishing to grill well. That's it.
Max doesn't need anything else.
It's a difficult thing to be able to do
It's
well.
hard.
It's so true. But in the end, he already did.
He persisted.
Nevertheless.
Anything else for you, Alex?
Ooh, I haven't even thought about what the final dad joke's going to be.
You want to look it up and
We need to
see it
do
at the end
everyone
as a
else?
closer?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I've got the last one. So
We
We
Yeah,
should
I
all
can-
do a dad joke. No, that's a terrible idea.
RJ.
Hey, stars and wishes. Oh, man. Star to everyone. I know it feels like a cop out, but I always enjoy playing games with all of y'all. Wally, thank you for joining us on this wild ride this season.
Miss you.
Yeah,
Miss you, Orange.
I mean, I'll still get to see you every Saturday.
and you'll catch me on the server and whenever we ESO. So like,
Yeah, that's-
it's like I'm still here in
I
spirit.
mean, I'll still talk to you every day, but
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna talk to you no matter
No,
what.
you're dead to me, RJ. I run a game for you and I will not acknowledge you during our streams.
You know what? Sometimes that's my kink. So you're indulging me either way.
TOS.
In the armor. Kink in the armor.
Got it.
Good save. Good save.
Can't say the other one because that's the slur.
Yeah, I literally was like, oh no, that's the bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say it because
I know.
Sorry, I'm
Anything
dragging.
else for RJ?
POS.
Oh, I can't wish. Fudge.
You can wish.
I have two things. One I can say after stream because we're dragging, but Sam isn't short for Samuel or Samantha. It is short for Samwise Gamgee. And Gus changed that the day they were born.
Of course.
That's it for me.
Wally.
Oh boy. I'm doing 2 stars. One,
Okay.
I gotta give a star to Sid for just tolerating the wave after wave of bullshit we were throwing at her with this expertly constructed final battle. And we were just throwing all this bullshit at her, just watching her expressions going, That made my night.
It's the deep breath.
Yes.
Okay.
Is when she does that deep breath, you know
Okay.
she's trying to gather her thoughts. She goes, okay, that's it right there.
That is
That's-
that's the teacher in front of the rowdy
Yep.
students.
The gather my thoughts. I can work with this.
Yes. And also, I gotta give the star to Leah just for coming out of the bush and start complimenting the mother of bosses was so great, because my reaction wasn't Sandy's reaction. That was me going, why are you doing this? But it was just wonderful. But yeah, those are my stars.
Oh, my star for RJ was naming the baby Sam. God damn it. Why do you make me cry? And
I did it one last time.
Of course. And then Wally was very naturally the fancy cat lad dance. I just want to stay on stream because I don't want it to end, but I know all good things end eventually.
But the next thing we're doing is going to be also incredible.
It's gonna be amazing! So we will be taking a bit of a break from the regular Elegant Cinematic Universe next week because it's my birthday!
By
We're
a
gonna
bit,
do
we mean a
some-
literal week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a literal week. And we're gonna do something extra special for you. So stick around the Discord. We'll be revealing that later. But yeah, come celebrate with us because it's my birthday. And then we will be back in 2 weeks with an AJ and the crew as RJ goes on to amazing things. And we love him and we'll see him around soon. But
We only had to change one letter.
we only changed one letter.
All the marketing's still viable. It's fine.
These look like ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, they totally do.
Depending
AJ
on the
kind of
font.
looks Filipino. It's fine.
It's still good. It's still good.
Listen, we'll make it work.
We'll make it work, and I love all of you dearly. Thank you for an amazing, amazing season.
Thank you for the season.
Thank you for the season.
You.
We love
For
you
the
all.
third season.
The third season.
4
Going into
coming up in 2
4.
weeks, motherfuckers. Get ready.
Yeah!
4 seasons and a movie. Let's go.
Woo! Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Again, we'll be back next week for shenanigans and back in 2 weeks for our 4th installment of the Elegant series. Thank you. And as always,
Final dad joke.
final dad joke!
This one's iffy on being a dad joke, but you're living, you occupy space, and have mass. What does that mean? You matter.
Oh.
Oh,
Dad!
Dad!
That's a nerdy dad joke.
I like that.
This dad energy.
That's
Mhm.
such good dad energy. And on that
You matter.
beautiful, beautiful dad energy note, you matter. Fantastic game. And good night, Internet.